Hello, my name's Greg Braden. I'd like to welcome you to today's very special presentation of the Divine Matrix, Bridging Time, Space, Miracles, and Belief. In our last episode, we discovered that we are biologically wired to hack the Divine Matrix in seemingly superhuman ways. Well, in this episode, we're going to go one step further. We'll uncover the prayer code, the formula for an empowered form of prayer that is actually mirrored in the most sophisticated computer systems known to exist in the world today. So what I'd like to do is share an example. This is a story, it's a true story that happened to me when I left the corporations in the early 1990s, and I moved to a piece of land in the high desert of northern New Mexico. And those of you that live in that part of the world, you may remember the 1990s was one of the worst droughts in recorded history. The elders of the native peoples, they said in the memory of their ancestors, they'd never seen a drought that had lasted as long as what we were experiencing. It was going on 5+ years. It was terrible. Cattle were dying, crops were dying, people were selling their farms because they could no longer support themselves on the land. And it was during this time that a native friend of mine called me one morning. And to honor his privacy, I'm going to call him David, even though David is not really his name. David called me one morning and he asked me, he said, Greg, would you like to meet me and accompany me to a place that is so old, no one even knows who built this place. It was built by the hands of our ancestors. It is a wheel. It is a circle of stone where we offer our prayers, because in this place, the skin between the worlds is very thin. I love that terminology. So he said, would you like to join me to offer a prayer of rain? And I didn't have to think twice. I said, you bet. And I met David and we hiked into this place. I wasn't prepared for what I saw. As an Anglo, as a Westerner, I expected to see some chanting, some kind of ceremony, maybe some dancing. And what I saw was David. He sat on the ground. He took off his old work boots. He unlaced them and put them outside the circle. He stepped into the circle with his naked feet on the ground. He closed his eyes. He honored all of his ancestors. He honored the directions, all 6 of them. And then he closed his eyes with his hands in a prayer mudra over his heart, just for a few seconds. This is outside of the town of Taos, New Mexico. It's the nearest city of any size. And he looked at me. He opened his eyes and he looked and he said, I'm hungry. You want to get a bite to eat? And he was inside the circle. And I said, well, yes. I said, but I thought you were going to pray for rain. And he looked at me, and what he said has stayed with me so powerfully for so long, and it's helped so many people when they think about how this prayer works. He looked at me and said, no. He said, if I prayed for rain, rain could never happen. He said, because the moment I pray for rain, I have just told the universe that rain does not exist here. The moment I pray for it to happen, I'm acknowledging that it's not here now. And I said, well, if you didn't pray for rain just now, I said, when you close your eyes, what did you just do? And he said, when I closed my eyes, he said, I felt the feeling of what it feels like when it rains in my Pueblo village. He said, I felt the feeling of what it feels like to stand with my naked feet in the mud, and the mud is there because there's been so much rain. He said, I smelled the smells of what the rain smells like when it rolls off the earthen walls from our Pueblo, and I felt what it would feel like to walk through the corn that's this high against my naked chest, and it's this high because there's been so much rain to grow the corn. And then I give thanks of gratitude and appreciation for the rain that has already happened. All right, can you see now, through everything that we have explored, everything we've discovered in this series, can you see what David has just done? He's brought together so many of the concepts. He's acknowledging that there's a field out there, number one, that he's communicating with that field. He's acknowledging that the feeling is the language that the field recognizes. It's not so much about the words. The words can be spoken. However, if the words are spoken, the goal is to create the feeling, all right? And he's acknowledging that he has the potential as a man, a human, in the presence of this field, to reach inside of the field into the realm of all things that are possible and isolate the possibility of his choice and collapse that potential into something real in our world. And he's doing it through a very sophisticated internal technology that we call the lost mode of prayer. It is a feeling-based prayer. The key, feeling as if the prayer is already answered, coming from the outcome. There is a huge difference between working toward the outcome a little at a time and beginning with the outcome. And you've probably seen this huge difference in your life as a child. I know that I did. For example, I was told when I was young, if I scrape my knee on the sidewalk, that the healing is going to happen slowly, gradually, over a period of time. And you know what? Sure enough, that's exactly the way it happened. I would look and expect, my mom told me, she said, every day it's going to get a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. And I'd look, and she was right. It was getting a little better, a little better, and a little better. Is it possible that when we look at our bodies with that kind of expectation, that the healing actually reflects, it mirrors our expectation? And if that is true, what would happen if we begin with the outcome? I want to tell you, I've done this in my life. And it has worked. And that's why I can sit here and look at you right now. And I can tell you, I know that this modality of prayer works. And when we talk about prayer, we're talking about this as a code interacting with creation. This has nothing to do with any religion whatsoever. And I want to be really clear about that. Although religions have wrapped the rules and the dogma around these deeply spiritual principles in the past, and actually led to people in some respects feeling further from their power. It has disempowered the people, the rules and the dogma. So we're cutting right through the rules and the dogma. We're going to the essence of our most ancient and cherished spiritual technology. It's about the relationship between you and me, the field, the earth, the heavens, the cosmos, and our bodies. So I've had the opportunity to begin my healing from the place where we are conditioned to think that it leads, to feel the feeling as if the healing has already happened. In other programs, I've talked about this. I went through a physical in the year 2000. There was a tumor inside my bladder that doctors wanted to operate on physically. I acknowledged that. I applied everything that I had learned in my life, and I really applied it. I didn't just kind of apply it. I lived the deepest truth, the existence of everything that I'm saying to you in this program, and it takes work. It takes work to do that. And I did that work. And when I went back, fully prepared for surgery if it was needed, what the doctors found was there's no need for the surgery. So I've done this with cuts and scrapes as well. Our bodies will respond. We're part of the field. We're emerging from this field, and we communicate with the field in a language that recognizes emotion, feeling, just like David did with the rain. Then the field responds. So let me tell you what happened with the rain. David and I went into Taos, New Mexico. We had lunch about an hour south of where this prayer was offered. By the time I got back onto my land, something began to happen that we hadn't seen in a long time. Big black clouds came in over the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. It started to rain, and it rained. And it rained and rained and rained. It rained all that night. It rained the next morning. It rained the next afternoon. It rained and rained. It rained so much the ground was so dry it couldn't absorb the rain, and everything began to flood. Fields were flooded. Cattle were stranded. Roads were washed out. And I called my friend on the phone. I'm just going to share this with you. I called my friend on the phone, and I said, David, man, this is a mess. I said, what is happening? And he was quiet just for a moment. And he said, Greg, that's
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Let me know if I can be heard, man. YouTube hating this morning. YouTube is hating this morning. For y'all don't know, that's the Greg Braden, the author. I got a few of his books, very, very powerful. He's deep into like all the indigenous spiritual teachings. Like he ain't really religious. He more into tapping into what's evident around us. We know it's creator and directing the healing. You understand? Directing whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. You understand? Very, very powerful, beautifully and wonderfully made we are. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. But that's crazy. They gonna hate like that, man. That's wild. I was gonna share his channel and everything. Over hating on you, brother. Dang, hold on. Let me make sure I'm cool in the chat and all that. Should I hey, stream unavailable? If they let me, hold on. Mic check. Ah, there That's weird. Hold on. It still say on my phone, stream unavailable. YouTube cut the stream. They ain't want y'all to know nothing about that. What I'm gonna do is put it in the chat though. Okay, I can be heard though. Give me a 7 up in the chat if I can be heard, y'all? Give me a 7 up in the chat if I can be heard. All right. It should be clearing up in a minute. Ah, that's weak. All right, that's the link right there. Give me a 7 up in the chat if I can be heard, fam. Give me a 7 up in the chat if I can be heard. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Let me know if I can be heard. Give me a 7 up in the chat. You did. That's crazy. They hating on that higher light. But that's the author Greg Braden. Him and Bruce Lipton. I be looking at some of their vids. They go deep into the biology of belief and how powerful our minds are, right? Informing our realities. And whether that be a healing or whatever it may be. You understand? We are fearfully and wonderfully made. Yeah, that's too much truth right there. That's Greg Braden though. Let me did I put the link in the chat? Let me put the link back in the chat for y'all. Check him out. He got a gang of books out here too, all on Amazon. Very powerful though. And you see the title of the class is about spiritual progression. If it ain't about that or becoming one with the creator, then it ain't about nothing. All right. Spiritual progression and nourishment. Become one with the creator, sky, earth, spirit. You understand? Because if it's not about progressing spiritually, then what is it we doing? We either falling back, we dying. What is that about? You know what I mean? What is that really about? So whatever spiritual system you find yourself in, if you're not advancing spiritually, if you're not being nourished spiritually, then what you're dealing with is the dead zone. It's dead. You understand? It's dead. And only you can make that decision. You know if you're being fed or not. You know if you're being fed or not. But yeah, that was a good one right there. That was a good one right there. I wanted y'all to see that. All right, Greg Braden. Matter of fact, I'm gonna grab 1 or 2 of his books so y'all can see exactly. You know what I mean? But very powerful, very in-depth. And then again, you may not agree with everything, but take what's needed. You know what I mean? Take what's needed and add it on your spiritual journey. You know what I mean? I add it on your spiritual journey. That way you can progress. It's all about progression. Whatever you involved in, it don't matter. If you're not advancing, you understand? If you done plateaued off, then you're wasting your time where you at. You're wasting your time. And you know deep down if you being fed spiritually, you know deep down. You know, like, nah, that don't make no sense to me. Or, it's just the same old, dry ass teaching. Law, statute, commandments of Israel, hate the white man, kill everybody. Shit, you devils going in slavery. All that. You know what I mean? All that. But that does nothing for you spiritually, progressive. You know what I mean? Brother, you ain't got on your fringes, sister, you ain't got on your head wrap. You in your workout pants today on your way to the gym, and you are ready to condemn you. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of these things that we are condemning and disfellowshipping people for have 0% or zero anything to do with spiritual progression or spiritual nourishment. You did. So we're going to get into this, man. Shout out to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. Yeah, we love y'all too. Bless up, spiritual progression and nourishment. Become one with the creator. That's the topic. Sky Earth Spirit. All right. Oh, let's work. I see y'all in the building. Bless up. Yazoo in the building. My beloved brother, bless up. My sister Jemiah Brown Curry, bless up. Bless up. MALAKIMAC. I like that name right there. And you got the vortex spiraling over there. You know what I mean? Bless up, light and peace family. I got a guy coming through with this. Hey, hey, look, I'm y'all bro. I'm here to serve. That's it. I'm just here to serve. Basically petty, no doubt. PC. Yazoo, my brother in the building. You on the road driving them trucks? YAH'KI, let me know. Let us know. It'd be good to have you in, wrapped in good graces, my beloved brother. Kila olam kasdo. That's that Hebrew. That's that Hebrew. His mercy endure forever. Kila olam kasdo. His mercy endure forever. Bless up. Shout out to the house of Troy. Bless up. Bless up. Bless up. Nazarene Essene Faithist. That's right. I like that. Bless up. Belinda Brown. Bless up. Bless up, Queen. Bless up. All right. Let me see. Keela, I heard she timing out people. I'm pretty sure it was an accident. Jaway, my beloved brother, creative gang in the building. Bless up, King. How you doing? How you doing? Blue sky. Shalom. Shalom. Awaken the Truth Ministry. TT Pam. Everybody call you Auntie Pam. Shout out to the Murphy. It's the Murphy tribe, I believe it is. Shout out to Awaken the Truth Ministries, of double honors to her husband, her children, all of this. Just be going hard every morning, getting it in them high vibrational books, no doubt. All right, we got Belinda. She Brew Faith is the Swift Messenger, 144 in the building. Bless up. I see y'all. Eliyahu 7, bless up. Ema, City of Compton. Ema Ahuba in the building. Bless up. OG. NehemiYAH Mabarak the Elder. Bless up, King. What's the word? Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. All right. Ema Robbie Dobson. Kanaya El Batya. Blessings. Blessing. Vinette Pope. Blessing. Blessing. I see y'all in the building. If I forgot anybody, you know it ain't nothing but love and light. Dwayne Hosey, my beloved pro athletic brother. Y'all Google Dwayne Hosey. That's a brother in the faith that used to be in the major leagues. You dig? Dwayne Hosey. Google the brother. To blow your mind who we got amongst us. You dig? Shout out to the house of Dwayne Hosey. Blessings to your wife, your children, all that, YAH'KI. You already know. Bless up. I see y'all in the building though. Okay. Yeah, TT Payne. Y'all already know. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some of this and let's work. Shout out to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. Yeah, we love y'all too. Bless up. Bless up. Get myself together a little taste. All right, get things done. All right. I'm sure I got the short leggers with their grandmama. So I got a quiet house. I got to take advantage of a quiet house. Yeah. All the short leggers and short runners with their granny. So you already know. It's time to go ahead and work. All right, so let me go ahead and share this with y'all first. I found this very interesting. Sister Tikva in the building. Bless her. Happy belated birthday, love. Sister Tikva in the building. Happy belated. And abundant blessings. All right, let me share this real quick. Present now. All right, let's work. We ain't here to exchange fancy and smooth soliloquies. We here to work. Shout out to the creative gang, man. Shout out to the creative gang. Y'all know we got a few canceled debates. Yeah, I know it get hot in that kitchen, boy. It get real hot in that kitchen. So shout out to the creative gang, man. Brothers and sisters out here moving in righteousness. You feel me? Striving to raise up those who are in darkness. All right. We're going to go with the Essene gospel of peace. All right. We're going to go into some of that. Now, in her is a section called the Essene Teacher of Righteousness. All right. We're going to go into this right here. A lot of the Essene Nazarene literature agrees with OSP, Scott Earth Spirit. All right. Those high vibrational frequency books. As you ascend, you acquire more knowledge, more understanding. You become one with the Creator. You did. So we coming out of here. I heard a lot of Millie Mouth Negroes was talking crazy. We bringing this to the forefront a year and a half ago. Who is the white woman on the front page? I say, bro, for one, whoever it is, what does that matter about the information? Two, Man, this cover in black and white. What are you talking about? Like, man, we got to stop that, man. You understand? You want to hide something from our people, what we supposed to do? They tell them, put it in a book. You feel me? And all they got to do is what? Put a certain picture up and you run? Like who starts out on a treasure hunt and finds fool's gold and stops digging? You see what I'm saying? If you're on a treasure hunt, you got to be prepared to bump into false treasures, false jewels as well. But you still keep going till you get your prize, though. You understand? So I used to hear that. Oh, who is the white? These Negroes about ready to have a stroke. You like, look, calm down. Let's deal with the information, because like you say, the white man is the devil, right? Well, surely his information should not be superior to what we read. And if it is, we got a problem. First spot I want to go right here. This is page 124. This ain't out the teacher of righteousness. All right. I was looking for that one where it was talking about. Did I have it on there? I guess not. Let's get to the teacher of righteousness. I saw something very interesting not that long ago. But right here, page 111. If you got the book, TT Pam, you got the book. So this is page 111. I think it is. Let me scroll to the bottom. Let me see. Yeah, page 111. So start right there. It's in book 3 of the in that book right there is in book 3 of the Essene Gospel of Peace. All right. So if you got the Essene Gospel of Peace, all 4 books in one volume, that right there, we're gonna start on page 111. All right. This goes into mindset. All right. This goes into how we're supposed to be maneuvering out of this deal. All right, spiritual progression and nourishment. Become one with your creator. If it's not about progression, then it's about what? Falling back. All right, it's about what? Declining. If it ain't about progression. Whatever spiritual system you in, whoever you claim you studying with, or whatever, make sure you being nourished. You understand? So you can progress. You take in physical food so you can what? Grow physically. Spiritual nourishment is very important for your spiritual progression. Very, very, very important. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. All right. Now, right here from the Essene book, The Teacher of Righteousness. All right. More teachings of Yahshua. Check this out. And the master took himself to the banks of a stream where the people were gathered, those who did hunger after his words, and he blessed them and asked them whereof they were troubled. And one did speak, Master, tell us, what are those things we should hold of high value? And what are those things we should despise? Excellent question. Excellent question. Because we dealing with an ascended master or a master teacher. All right. One who is on a higher path of becoming one with the creator than we are. All right. So what should we hold of high value? What should we look at as if it's a treasure? And what is it we supposed to disregard? You understand? Because spiritual progression has a lot to do with your perception as well. How do you perceive this? How do you perceive life? You understand? Are you attached to all this physical, temporary, what we call materiality or material possessions? Are you attached to that? Look at this right here. And the master answered, saying, all the ills which men suffer are caused by those things without us. Look at that. Y'all see this? All the ills that man suffer are caused by those things without us. So everything that we suffer comes from something external, outside. This page 111, sis, book 3. Page 111, we on. All right. So that's something to really trip off of, right? Everything that we suffer, all our misfortunes come from outside forces. All right, look at this. A child dies, a fortune is lost, house and fields burn, and all men are helpless and they cry out, what shall I do now? What shall now befall me? Will this thing come to pass? All these are the words of those who grieve and rejoice over events which do befall them. Events which are not of their doing. But if we do mourn over that which is not in our power, we are as the little child who weeps when the sun leaves the sky. What is Messiah relating here? You're gonna have to grow up spiritually. You're gonna have to grow up spiritually. You understand? Now, I don't mean you ain't gonna be sad and all that for your people. You did, because that's just what it is. When you establish relationships and get to know people and all that, you grow to love your loved ones and all that. You understand? But this right here is switching up your perception about death and your perception on how to maneuver and walk as a divine, infinite being of light while you're in the flesh. Look at this. It was said of old, thou shalt not covet anything that is your neighbor's. And now I say unto thee, thou shalt not desire anything which is not in your power. For only that which is within you does belong to you. Do you hear that? The only thing that belongs to you, or the only things that belong to you that we should be laying claim to, is what within us. Now, what is within us? What are we talking about? Our organs, our lungs, our hearts, our adrenal glands? What is he talking about? What is within us that belongs to us? See, we looking at life totally wrong. You think Kanye and them are the rich ones. No, you the rich ones. You are the rich ones. You are the ones with the heavenly jewels. You are the ones that are proactively engaged in the unseen realm. You are the ones proactively making people smile. You are the ones proactively constantly taking pressure off folks. You understand? Doing deeds of righteousness to those you know and those you don't know. Right? In the eyes of the Creator, we are the ones that are rich. It ain't Ye because he worth $11 billion, the richest black man ever in the United States. That ain't what that is. You see that? We have to switch our perception if we talking about becoming one with the Creator. Because right now, majority of our perceptions, y'all, are fear-based, and it's earthly. It's just earthly. It's based off fear. It's based off the carnal mindset. It's based off losing. You see? You can't be afraid in this. How you rock with the Creator and you afraid? Those who believe in the Creator fear nothing in heaven or on earth. There's nothing to be afraid of, right? And with that understanding, guess what? Now you can deal with your so-called problems because you really ain't got none for real. You think about it. Think about what you complaining about. I guarantee it's about something happening outside of you. Outside of it. Huh? Think about what you complain about. Bills. That's all we complain about. And we allow the pressure, the imaginary pressure of not being able to keep up with the Joneses, you understand, shape our reality. We get nervous, we get scared, we start panicking, we talk crazy to people, right? We lash out at one another, all over this makeshift, make-believe. You understand? Money and bills, and trip off this, y'all. All these are external forces that have, look, only thing that belongs to you is what's within you. That's it. Now, what's within? Are we talking about our organs? Let's keep going. Now, watch this. All right. It says right here, it was said of old, thou shalt not covet anything that is your neighbor's. And now I say unto thee, thou shalt not desire anything which is not in your power. For only that which is within thee does belong to thee. And that which is without thee does belong to another. Yeah, everything outside of you belongs to somebody else, even their opinion. In this does happiness lie. To know what is yours and what is not yours. Yeah. So even if it's an opinion about you, man, look, every man and every woman got every right to have that opinion about you, and you got every right to give less than half a damn about it. It don't belong to you. That's their opinion. You see that? That's their opinion. Happiness lies in knowing what's yours and what's not yours. Look at this. And if you would have eternal life, hold fast to the eternity within you. That's what is within you. Your infinite beings. That's the whole mystery of the whole thing. You're infinite. You understand? This is just the beginning. All right. If thou would have eternal life, hold fast to the eternity within you, and grasp or grab not at the shadows of the world of men, which hold the seeds of death. Yeah, you want to keep up with the Joneses. Huh? It ain't really about just being sincere, being an overall good person. making people laugh, easing their so-called, distresses they're going through, talking people out of suicide, really sincerely within yourself, saying silent prayers for people, for brothers and sisters, whether they're going through whatever they're going through. You see what I'm saying? That deal right there saying, grasp not the shadows of the worlds of men which hold the seeds of death, because that's what it all is. It's all carnality. It's all temporary. And here you go, falling out with your loved ones over that which don't even profit. Look, it don't even belong to you. It don't even belong to you. Look at this. It's not all that happens without the outside of your power. Good question. It is. And your knowledge of good and evil, is it not within you? It is. Is it not then in your power to treat of all which does come to pass in the light of wisdom and love instead of sadness and despair? It is. You know what he's saying right here? You choose what emotion you decide to be in. That's a choice. That's a choice. You choose to be angry. Or we choose to be peaceful. We choose to be hateful. Or we choose to be what? Lovable. See, these are jewels you need. Like, look, if you're going to level up and become one with the Creator, you can't be a baby. The boy's a baby in spirit. Sippy cup brew. You can't be no sippy cup brew in spirit. Talking about you want to become one with the Creator. They don't work like that. You understand? We got to get to the point to where we control these emotions that come, because we all get them. They all come invading that mind. So you got to decide, okay, I'm entertaining that. All right. Or, I's really ugly and sad. I's so stressed. I'm hearing people talk these things right into their reality. I'm stressed. I's ugly. I can't. I tell my children, you can't even use that word around me. I want to hear can't. I want to hear can't. We got to reprogram our thoughts, our speech. You understand? Because through that, we shape our reality. If you got evil thoughts and evil words, your reality is going to be evil. You understand? If you got subpar thoughts and subpar words, your reality is going to be subpar. You see? So he's telling you that we got to learn to control these emotions as we ascending and growing. Right? The high-raised angels know how to control that. Right? We got to get there. We got to get there. It says right here, can any man hinder thee from doing this? No man can. Then shall thou not cry out, what shall I do? What shall now befall me? What is thing come to pass? For whatsoever may come to pass, thou shalt judge. Look at this. Whatever come to pass, thou shalt judge it in the light of wisdom and love, and see all things with the eyes of who? The angels. You see, because the high-raised angels who have millions of years in experience in the unseen realm, they know how to view whatever happens in light of wisdom and love. They choose not to be hateful, stressed out, eyes ugly. I can't. They choose not to be like that. Nah, because you can't become one with the Creator sad, angry, hateful. You'll never become one with the Creator like that. Because that ain't him. Those aren't his attributes. You see that? You'll never become one with the Creator, always angry, always sad, always dragging around. No. Always the woe is me spirit. Woe is me. No. You have to get out of the victim mindset. We become one with the Creator, we vibrating higher. You understand? Well, you got to stop playing the victim. You understand? Life is not just happening to you. You participate more in your life than you realize. Right? So becoming one with the Creator, spiritual nourishment, spiritual progression, y'all, is about what? Getting those emotions in check. Those emotions that are destructive to you and those emotions that are not conducive to the character of the Creator. Right? You got to take a stand and say, nah, you ain't having dominion over me. You understand? Look at this right here. For the way your happiness according to that which may befall you is to live as a slave. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this? To weigh your happiness based off or according to that which might befall you. Here you go worry. You understand? Or I wish somebody would type of spirit. And you look up, it be shootouts behind it. All right, we got to become more responsible with our thoughts and our words. If we saying we progressing spiritually, if we become a one with Creator, there is nothing else. We got to check that. All right, but the way your happiness, according to that which may befall you, is to live as a slave. Stop worrying. What is you worrying about? What is everybody afraid of? Remember, those who believe and have faith in Creator fear nothing. Nothing. All right, no experience, no one, no thing in heaven or on earth. So to live or to weigh your happiness based off something that might happen to you is to live as a slave. You always peeking around the corner, peeking out the blinds. Here you sleeping with your guns under the pillow. Nigga, what you got going on? Remember, even in the book of Job, it says, the thing which I feared has become my reality. I'm paraphrasing. But if you over here living a life of worry and fear, guess what your reality is going to be? Worry and fear. And that's a slave, y'all. And to live according to the angels which speak within thee is to be free. Yeah. Thou shalt live in freedom as a true son of God or Creator, and bow your head only to the commandments of the holy law. The holy law goes into the law of what? Love, compassion, higher Torah. It's not talking about the Torah portion these men are doing right now. It's not talking about that. You're not talking about the Torah or the instruction of the scribes. It's not talking about that. Look at this. And this way shalt thou live, that when the angel of death come for thee, you can stretch out your hands to God and say, the communions I have received from thee, for knowing your law and walking in the paths of the angels, I have not neglected. I have not dishonored thee by my acts. See how I have used the eye which seeth within. There go your pineal gland, your third eye. Third eye. See how I have used the eye which seeth within. Have I ever blamed you? You see? See, somebody who has evolved spiritually, has progressed spiritually at the moment of death, understands they're not blaming the Creator for nothing. They're not blaming the Creator. You understand? They viewing everything that befalls them, whether the world looks at it as evil, bad, or good, in the light of love and wisdom. Even when death comes. It's basically, I stayed faithful. I stayed in communication with you. All right? I didn't dishonor you with my acts. You understand? I've elevated spiritually. I'm using the eye that sees within. See how I have used the eye which seeth within. Have I ever blamed thee? Have I cried out against that which has befallen me, or desired that it be otherwise? Have I desired to transgress your law? That's the law of love. That thou hast given me life. I thank thee for what you have given me, so long as I have used the things which are yours. I am content. Even at death, the man content. Because everything that you are, everything that you have used belongs to the Creator anyway. So even at death, the man is content. Look at this. Take them back and place them wherever you may choose. For yours are all things, even unto eternity. Look at this. All right, look at this. It says right here. It says right here. Know ye that no man can serve two masters. Thou cannot wish to have the world's riches and have also the kingdom of heaven. So you gotta decide within your own mindset, like what's valuable to you, what's considered rich, right? And consider rich by whom? Who? What is riches, and who considers that to be rich or wealthy? The world's riches, that's in the eyes of man. All right. Kingdom of heaven, which far exceeds any worldly riches. You understand? That's through the eyes of the Creator. Now look at this. Thou cannot wish to have the world's riches and have also the kingdom of heaven. Thou cannot wish to own lands and wield power over men and have also the kingdom of heaven. See, so all the Lord and over men, brothers and sisters. In your spiritual system, you felt like you was a slave in bondage. Can't do nothing. Can't talk. Can't sit up. You understand? Especially the sisters. Can't do or say nothing, right? And then you look up and you live in a so-called spiritual, or having a spiritual experience, but it's one based off fear. It's one based off, if I mess up, my nuts gonna roast forever. You see what I'm saying? That's not love. Like, how can you claim you sincerely love Creator when everything you do is based off fear? It's based off You understand? I don't want to burn forever. And I ain't based off sincerity, like I'm doing this because I know this is right. It resonates with my soul. You see that? So look at this right here. It says again, it says, thou cannot wish to own lands and wield power over men and have also the kingdom of heaven. Wealth, lands, and power. These things belong to no man. Facts. I don't want to hear nothing about what you evaluated at or how much you claim you worth and whatever. Don't none of that belong to no man. Y'all see this? For they are of the world, but the kingdom of heaven is yours forever, for it is within you. You hear this? He keep going within. Even true education, y'all, comes from within. You're not being educated going to the public food system. It's not education. You're getting certified. You're getting certified to become, you know, a likable servant or a slave in this system with. That ain't true education. True education comes from what? Within. It's just reactivated. You see that? It's just reactivated. All right? Within. He always directs you inward. Stop tripping off everything outside. See, this thing is about us changing our perception. You want to spiritually progress and grow and become one with the Creator, we have to change our perception. We have to fight to get our minds on that right vibration and frequency. You understand? Watch this right here. It says right here. But the kingdom of heaven is thine forever, for it is within you. And if you do desire and seek after that which does not belong to you, then shall you surely lose that which is yours. The Messiah just said, right? Focusing on everything outside, you're going to lose what's within you. Focus on every ill that happens to you from outside, you're going to lose the kingdom of heaven. Or you're going to lose, trip about this, y'all, the kingdom of heaven is just a phrase to talk about you becoming one with the Creator. Because there's many worlds. It's many worlds, you understand? But it's just talking about within, we're supposed to arrive at a frequency or a feeling to where we are one with our Maker. That's the kingdom of heaven. It even tell you in the Bible, stop looking up in the clouds. The kingdom of heaven don't come by observation. It's already within you. It's already within you. All right? What we got to do now? Just activate that. Activate that. How do we do that? We got to switch up our thoughts. We got to switch up our words. We got to switch up our perception. All these are the keys to manifestation. How you manifest your reality. Through thoughts, through words, through feeling. That's what the video was talking about before YouTube stopped the video I was playing earlier. All right, this is ancient. This is an ancient practical way to heal yourself or to bring into reality whatever it is you desire. You understand? These ancient truths have been taught for thousands of years. Thousands. You see that? Now look at this right here. Know ye, for I tell you truly that nothing is given, nor is it had for nothing. For everything in the world of men and angels, there is a price. There's a price. Yeah, yay. Kanye. I ain't mad at you, players. Hey, expose all of it. Right? But Kanye also told you he sold his soul to the devil. It was a crappy deal, but it came with a few toys like a Happy Meal. You understand? So that don't mean there's no coming back from the dark side. You know what I mean? I believe that's what he's doing now. He's trying to sacrifice his entire career. You dig? But everything, there's a price. Everything, there's a price. There's no such thing as free unless you're dealing with creating. Now look at this. For everything in the world of men and angels, there is a price. He who would gather wealth and riches must run about, kiss the hands of those he admires not, waste himself with fatigue at other men's doors, say and do many false things. Say and do many false things. Give gifts of gold and silver and sweet oils. All this and more must a man do to gather wealth and favor. Do y'all hear this? Y'all hear this? Oh, okay, that's what you want? Huh? It all come with a price. You want to gather wealth and riches? Guess what? You're going to be stretched thin. You're going to be spread thin out there. I know a few wealthy people. Stretched thin. Stretched thin. He who would gather wealth and riches must run about. Kiss the hands of those he admires not. Yeah, boy. Yeah, you got to kiss rear end. Look at this. Kiss the hands of those he admires not. Waste himself with fatigue at other men's doors. Yeah. Say and do many false things. Don't talk about the casting couch, spread eagle, the tunnels of Typhon. Don't even talk about that. Huh? You want them wealth and them riches? Guess what? You want to do many false things to maintain your position. You understand? And like you look at your gatekeepers, you look at the so-called icons and stars. Don't believe that this don't apply to them. Can you imagine everything they had to do to get $1 billion? Can you imagine? Imagine $1 billion. Look at this. Look at this. This and more must a man do to gather wealth and favor. And when, look at this. And when thou hast achieved it, what then do you have? What is wealth and power, secure freedom from fear, a mind at peace, a day spent in the company of the angels of the earthly mother, a night spent in communion with the angels of the heavenly Father. Say wealth and riches can't even buy spiritual progression. You are the rich. You already wealthy and don't even know it. For you have the jewels to progress spiritually. You dig? In this world and in the worlds to come. You the one that's rich. Will this wealth and power secure for thee freedom from fear? No, it won't. A mind at peace? No, it won't. Ask Kanye. A day spent in the company of the angels of the earthly mother? No, you can't buy that. That's something you have to be in constant communion. You understand? With Creator. A night spent in communion with the angels of the heavenly Father. Does thou expect to have for nothing things so great? How could you expect to be in communication and like direct communication with Creator, direct communication with his angel ambassadors? You think you can get all that for nothing? It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Right? When a man have two masters, either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve Creator and also serve the world. So you got to make it, you got to decide today. Look at this. Perchance your well goeth dry. Precious oil is spilled. Thy house is burned. Thy crops wither. But you do treat what may befall you with wisdom and love. Rains again shall fill the well. You do know that, right? Your well ran dry. Oh man, the lights got cut off. Light some candles. Oh man, my house burnt down. You do know houses will be built again. This ain't the last house you're going to dwell in. You do know you're going to drink water again, right? Look at what we're arguing about. Look at what we're worried and fearful about. You don't have no problems. We don't. We don't. Choose this day to live a life fearless, right? And be led by the inspiration of Creator. Just move on it. No matter what the inspiration may be, just move on it. You know it's him when it's righteous, when it's of his character. Just move on it. Remove the fear off the table of whatever it may be, and just move off that divine inspiration of Creator. You already know which angels are inspiring you based off the temptation that come through, or the inspiration that come through. All right, look at this. It says right here, rains again shall fill the well. Houses can again be built. New seeds can be planted. All these things pass away and come again, and yet again pass away. But the kingdom of heaven is eternal. And that's within you, right? Shall not pass away. Do ye not then barter that which is eternal for that which dieth in an hour? We got to switch our perception, family. We got to switch our perception. Don't barter that which is eternal. Don't trade off the kingdom of heaven, which is basically a phrase to talk about the state you arrive at inwardly when you become one with Creator. That's what the kingdom of heaven is talking about. Something that goes on inside of you. You see that? So he's saying, look, hold on to that and don't trade that off for that which is temporary. All that die in an hour. You talking about material and physical possessions. And we live like that. We judge others based off that. And really, y'all, what you bragging over don't even belong to you. What are you talking about? Look at this right here. When men shall ask of thee, to what country do you belong? Say ye not that you are this country or that, for of a truth, it is only the poor body which is born in one small corner of this earth. See, so this higher vibrational literature is taking away the tribal warfare and the tribe banking. Like, get that about her. Get that about her. Let that go. Why? Because it is only the poor body which is born in one small corner of this earth. But thou, O child of light, belonging to the brotherhood, which does surround or encompass all the heavens and beyond. Heavens, plural. Many kingdoms in the heavens. Yeah, Messiah talked about that. Right? So when anybody asks you, well, you know, what's your nationality and all that, man, I belong to the brotherhood that surrounds all of the heavens and the earth. I take that right off the table. Oh, dog, I'm an Edomite. Oh, dog, I'm a Moabite. I'm an Israelite. 4 tribes, static addict. 12 tribes. Right here, this literature, Messiah taught us in this literature that only a poor soul believes he is born in one small corner of the earth. Your infinite beings. Look at this. But thou, child of light, belong to the brotherhood. That's right. Which includes our sisters. You understand that? Belong to the brotherhood, which does encompass all the heavens and beyond. And from your heavenly Father have descended the seeds, not only of your father and grandfather, but of all beings which are generated on the earth. Is that a fact or is that false? We ain't gonna be banging over no tribal warfare. We can care less about where you from. We look, let's trip off what we talking about, your character. That's all we tripping off of, your character, your spirit. And if that's conducive with the character of the Creator, period. Because when you get down to the bottom of it, every seed that has ever been planted in this earth descends from the Heavenly Father, Creator. Not only of your father and grandfather, but of all beings which are generated on this earth. All right? All right, so the seeds of men, the seeds of animals, the seeds of what? Food. That's a fact. So we can kill the, you know what I mean, the superiority complex. Let that go. Let that go. You got to let the fear go, the worrying, and that overinflation, super brute spirit. Let that go. Let that go. We all know good and well what we fighting every day within ourselves. And you can tell any dark spirit, nigga, I'm a folk tribal. Nigga, I'm a folk tribal, 12 tribe static addict, Israelite. Boy, ain't no dark spirit gonna listen to you or nothing just because you claiming what tribe you from. That don't mean nothing when it comes to spiritual progression or even spiritual warfare. That don't mean nothing. Claiming your tribe means nothing when it comes to higher spirituality. Last I checked, flesh and blood won't even inherit the kingdom. That's your DNA right there. It means nothing when it comes to spiritual progression. All right? Look at this right here. Look at this. Boy, don't spill your coffee. I know the haters, jaw jackets, and they say it's mad at that. Oh, what you mean? I mean exactly what I just read. But thou, child of light, belong to the brotherhood, which does encompass all the heavens and beyond. And from your heavenly Father have descended the seeds, not only of your father and grandfather, but of all beings which are generated on the earth. So we can stop the madness as if we dealing with something that's not indigenous to this earth. See, this removes the whole prejudice, race. It removes it. And we all on the same playing field, physically speaking. Now, guess what? It's time to elevate spiritually. Look at this right here. In truth, thou art a son of Creator, and all men your brothers. Uh-oh, that's going to make somebody mad there, boy. Now, that's going to make somebody mad. All men are your brothers? Oh, man. Hold on, Ak. I was with you until you said that, Ak. Ain't no Edomite my brother, Ak. Well, according to your Bible, they are your brothers. And you are commanded not to abhor an Edomite, for he is your what? Brother. I know. Well, I'm pretty sure it's a gang of Millie Mouth Negroes with the boosie lips right now. White croak forming inside of your mouth. You probably spitting at the computer, the TV. Mally done lost his mind. Man, I'm just reading the literature. I'm just reading, you know. It says it. I don't know what you know, I can just, now you know what I could do? I could try to make that say or seem as if it's not saying it. That ain't being genuine. Yeah, say that, but if you add 1,000 precepts to that, no, all men are not our brothers. Wow. And I only represent the imaginary border of Canaan. I don't represent the brotherhood that surrounds all the heavens and the earth. Stop that. Stop that. You see this? Read it again. In truth, thou art a son of the Creator, God, and all men your brothers. And to have God for your maker, to have the Creator for your maker, and your father and guardian, shall not this release us from all sorrow and fear? What is we talking about here? You do know the Creator is your maker, father, and guardian, correct? Then what are we sorrowful and fearful of? You afraid you're going to get demoted on Facebook by these Millie Mouth kindergarten broods. They still on sippy cup status you talking about. Why you think these cats canceled the debate? They already know. It's already known. And you can feel when somebody vibrates on a higher spirit than you. You understand? You may be a featherweight and this bro a heavyweight. He just vibrate higher. His aura is just popping. The Creator is your maker, father, and guardian. You shouldn't have an ounce, a drop of sorrow or fear in you. What is we around here talking about? Let all that prejudice and racism go. It ain't gonna look, it ain't got us nowhere. It ain't got us nowhere at all. Guess what it did? Guess what? Guess what we just did? We became the very thing which we hated. And it got us nowhere. You don't even know the hatred that the so-called slave master had. Do you know? Do you know that any nation that engaged in any type of warfare, any type of killing, any type of whipping and imprisonment, do you know that they have the lowest grade in the eyes of the Most High? So here we go, wanting to mimic those who have the lowest grade possible. These niggas below F's. We've become what we've hated. And guess what? We may have increased in numbers as quote unquote so-called black folk, but our morality has what? Failed. It's fallen. It's fallen. Now what's this right here? Look at this right here. Therefore I say unto thee, take no thought to store up. Read again. Therefore I say unto thee, take no thought to store up worldly goods, possessions, gold, and silver. For these bring only corruption and death. Yeah. You want to be like Elon Musk and all them, Jeff Bezos. Right? They got what's called good debt. They don't even pay their debt. Grant Cardone and all them. They got reserves of cash just sitting in warehouses. They don't even pay their debts. All their so-called cash reserves ain't doing nothing but becoming more and more corruptible, man. That's it. Therefore I say unto thee, take no thought to store up worldly goods, possessions, gold, and silver, for these bring only corruption and death. For the greater, look at this, for the greater your hoarding of wealth, the thicker shall be the walls of your tomb. That's it. That's it. You run around here flossing your so-called, man. Look, the only thing that you can guarantee with hoarding of wealth is that you have a fly grave marker, Jack. That's it. That's it. You have a fly grave marker. That's it. The walls of your tomb will be thick. And here we go around here chasing an imaginary bag. Now I know we all gotta handle our business, but just call it that. I handle my business to take care of what's around me and and be a comfort to others that are in need. That's it. But don't start gauging yourself as if you are, far more advanced in the eyes of the Creator than those who don't have the material possessions that you have. Become one with the Creator, you got to let go of all these earthly desires. Right? Like the great men and women of the past. Those the Creator had his light on, they didn't care nothing about the earthly possessions. Nothing. You see? These men were great. These sisters, these women were great because they threw everything on Creator and say, I'm led by your inspiration. Wherever you send me, I'm going. Whoever you send me to bless and heal, I'm going. You see? Look at it right here. It said right here, open wide the windows of your soul and breathe the fresh air of a free man. Huh? For the greater your hoard of wealth, the thicker shall be the walls of your tomb. Open wide the windows of your soul and breathe the fresh air of a free man. Are you free or are you in bondage? Are you in bondage to your so-called material possessions? You see, you think Ye just got rich and he ain't in bondage. He crying out. Kanye West is crying out because he's bound. You dig? We thinking in our perception, the bigger the bag, more freedom. No, boo-boo. That ain't the case. Huh? The more you acquire physically, the more you're bound to it. Dang, that's crazy. Now look at this. Why take ye thought for raiment, clothing? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto thee, that even Solomon in his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Look at this. Why take ye thought for nourishment? Consider the gifts of the earthly mother, the ripe fruits of her trees and the golden grain of her soil. Why take ye thought for house and lands? A man cannot sell to thee that which he does not own. Rather call yourself a landlord. You see what the master teacher was teaching? Detaching. Stop worrying. Stop being fearful. You'll never become one with the Creator, worrying about everything outside of you, worrying about everybody else's opinion. Fearful. You'll never become one with the Creator like that. Right? Worrying about your food, worrying about your clothes, worrying about your houses, worrying about your water, worrying about death. Everybody's afraid. Meanwhile, those who believe in Creator fear nothing in heaven or on earth. If y'all get some understanding so far, give me a 9 up in the chat. Bless up. You dig? Spiritual progress. This is all this channel about from here on out. Spiritual progress, progression, spiritual nourishment, becoming one with the Creator. High vibrational teachings. That's what we're dealing with. We're not dealing with the same dry Torah portions. You know what I mean? We ain't dealing with none of that. We're not dealing with the same, Esau the white man, law, statutes, and commandments. If you ain't do the feast days on this day, you're damned. We ain't dealing with none of that. Sister, you ain't got your dress on today. Brother, you got your head covered. Sister, you got your head uncovered. We ain't dealing with none of these things that have nothing to do with spiritual progression. Oh, I can't talk to you. You ain't got any fringes. We ain't dealing with none of that. Because we ain't read none of that. When we talk about becoming one with Creator, all those things, y'all, that's culture. And a lot of those things that Israel hold up as if it's exclusive to Israel is not. It did. Other nations were wearing fringes too. Other nations were doing circumcision. You understand? Animal sacrifice, human sacrifice, these things been going down. You see that? You want to become one with Creator, you got to become fearless. Got to become fearless. You got to stop worrying about anything. You know what I mean? And focus within. That's where the kingdom of heaven is. And the kingdom of heaven, again, is a phrase to let you know that you've arrived inwardly to become one with Creator. You can vibrate on that frequency. You understand? So he told us to look inward. Everybody up studying cloud patterns. He said, no, it don't come by observation. Look inward. Everything that happens to you happens from outside. That don't belong to you. Stop worrying about what don't belong to you. Huh? He said, the houses will be built again. Wells will fill up with water again. Huh? Seeds will be planted again. You did? And then guess what? It'll be taken away again and then provided again. What are we crying and worrying over? You see? I ain't here to sell you a pie in the sky theory. You understand? No. This thing is proactive. We got to learn to control all that. We got to learn. We got to choose this day not to be in fear, not to be in anger, not to be in hatred, but to be in absolute certainty, right? To be at peace, to act and vibrate in the spirit of love, man. Love conquers all, right? That means no matter how many dark forces there is out there, it's going to fizzle out like a dud on the 4th of July when it come against the attributes of the Creator. Love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. You understand? All these are attributes of the Creator. In the Bible, they're called fruits of the Spirit. You see? But these are attributes, divine attributes of who we call our Creator. All right? Now look at this right here. Look at this right here. A man cannot sell to thee that which he does not own, and he cannot own that which already doth belong to all. This earth belongs to all of us. How's somebody going to lay claim to it and then call himself the landlord? All right, but that's showing you that Lord is like a land god, though. That's a whole nother level. But look at this right here. It says right here, this wide earth is yours. There it is. This wide earth is yours, and all men are your brothers. Oh man. Y'all, they about ready to hang me from the gateway arch behind all this. And my feet dangling from the gateway arch. Because when Israelites hear all men are your brothers, they get to foaming, spilling coffee, stuttering. You understand? Scratching, side jawing, and milly mouthing. But the fact of the matter is, that's what it is. For all seeds from every being in this earth come from the Creator. You understand? All men are thy brothers. The angels of the earthly mother walk with you by day, and the angels of the heavenly Father guide you by night. And within thee is the holy law. It is not meet for the son of a king to covet and babble in the gutter. We sons and daughters of the Creator. What are we doing? Vibrating low. Vibrating on these low frequencies. We always angry. We always hateful. We always worrying. We always fearful. We always doubting. We claim depression. We claim sickness. I'm sick, and here comes sickness. Yeah. Yeah. I'm tired. Here comes fatigue. Yeah. Yeah. You play more of a part in your reality than you realize. Stop vibrating low. That's the gutter. We supposed to be vibrating high. Look at this right here. Take your place then at the table of the celebration and fulfill your inheritance with honor. For in Creator we live and move and have our being. In truth, we are His sons and He is our Father. Absolutely. All men. I hear that, boy. Dang. I know I've been there. I've been there. You know what I mean? There are scriptures in the Bible that says that the Most High hate Esau and he only dealing with Jacob. You understand? Those who are children of the flesh are not the children of God, but the children of the promise accounted for the seed. 12 tribes, 12 names on the gates of the pearly gates. And, you know what I mean? Bondage, slavery. But then you got other parts in the scripture to talk about how don't abhor him, he your brother. My house should be called a house of prayer for all nations. You see? So you got these things. You got two diametrically opposed beliefs in the Bible. And that's why some Israelites teach hate the white man and all other nations. And there's other Israelites that teach, no, that ain't right and exact. Right? So what you reading or hearing out the Essene literature, we can actually find in the Bible. Don't abhor an Edomite, for he is your brother. Don't abhor an Egyptian. You was once strangers in his land. So it ain't like it don't say that, two different diametrically opposed things. It does. It does. All right. And that's why there are different understandings, because there are different information written in the scripture. All right. Right here. All right. Bing, bing, bing. All right. 1 minute. Okay. Right here. right here. He only is free. Now you got to ask yourself, are you free or are you in bondage? All right. Kanye or Ye need to ask himself this. Are you free? This is the proof right here. He only is free who lives as he does desire to live, who is not hindered in his acts, and whose desires attaineth their ends. All right. He who is not restrained is free. We got to ask ourselves, are we restrained in any way, shape, form, or fashion? Are you free just to move around under the inspiration of the Creator? You don't have no attachments. You're not restrained. Like if you had to be, say, in Peru tomorrow, at the drop of a dime, could you go? Right? And if the answer is no, I can't because I got this, that, and that, then guess what? You're not free yet. See, we look at bondage as physical slavery. You ain't tripping off. We are in bondage to ourselves. We in bondage to material wealth. You understand? We in bondage to like our houses, our cars. We in bondage to our image. All right, our money. You in bondage. You in bondage. You see what I'm saying? So you're not free if you're hindered in any way. Right? Like again, if you had to be in Peru tomorrow and the answer is I would, but whatever the but is, you're not free. Those who are truly free are those who are not restrained at all. You see, that shows we got a lot of work to do, though. How many of us can really claim we free? How many of us really can? Some are more free than others, but how many of us can really claim freedom? He only is free who lives as he does desire to live, who is not hindered in his acts, and whose desires attain their ends. He who is not restrained is free, but he who can be restrained or hindered, that man is surely a slave. But who is not a slave? That man only who desires nothing which does belong to others. If you get mad based off somebody else's opinion, you a slave to that man or woman. Can we really claim that we're free? I mean, you probably ain't in physical chains anymore. You know what I mean? On the plantation, a lot of our brothers are in physical chains dealing with the prison industrial complex. But I'm talking about us right now. Listen, you understand? Even though you're not in the cotton field or the sugar plantation picking cotton or sugar, you understand? Can you really say I'm not restrained at all? I'm not hindered at all. Right? I'm free to live off the inspiration of the Creator and just move like that. How many of us can really say that? You understand? And if you're not, it just means we got more work to do. See, it's all about perception. We run around here thinking we free or we're not in bondage. And if you sit back and look at your life, if you ask yourself, but if I had to go to wherever tomorrow, if I had to go wherever right now, could I go? And if in any way, shape, form, or fashion you are restrained, then that means as of this moment, you are not totally free. To become one with Creator, though, you got to be totally free. Detach. Y'all see that? Wow. Now look at this. And what are those things which belong to you, my children? Only the kingdom of heaven within you. But who is not a slave? The man only who desires nothing which does belong to others. And we read earlier what belongs to others. Even ills outside of you that befall you. None of that belong to you. All right. And what are those things which belong to thee, my children? Only the kingdom of heaven within you. What a law of your heavenly Father does dwell, does belong to you. The kingdom of heaven is likened to a merchant man seeking goodly pearls. When he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. And if this one precious pearl be yours forever, why do you barter it for pebbles and stones? If the kingdom of heaven is yours forever, why are you trading it off for pebbles and stones? And the kingdom of heaven is a precious pearl. Why trade in the hope diamond, you understand, for a little pebble outside? Do that make sense? But in essence, that's what we're doing when we focus on everything outside of us and not the kingdom of heaven within us. Focusing on everything outside of us shows our attachment to the material realm. All right. Why do you barter it for pebbles and stones? Know ye that your house, your land, your sons and daughters, all the joys of fortune and sorrows of tribulation, yea, even that opinion which others do hold of thee, all these things belong to thee not. Bag drop. Everything you think belong don't even belong to you. Don't even belong to you. And if ye then do lust after these things and hold fast to them and grieve and exult over them, then in truth you are a slave, and in slavery will you remain. Good night. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Good night. Becoming one with the Creator is more than what we think. Hold on, y'all. One sec. Hold on. Put this charge on this deal. Yeah, becoming one with the Creator is more than we think. You understand? We got to detach from everything that don't belong to us. Stop worrying. Stop being afraid. Right? There's nothing to be afraid of. We afraid of everything. Death, gossip. You know what I mean? We afraid of everything. Stop being afraid, man. You dig? Cornell Davis in the building. Bless up. I agree, King. We just back to teaching. I mean, you know, hey, we with the debates because everybody, you know, was running their mouth. But, you know, hey, create a game. We back to teaching. Whoever want to get scraped, all they got to do is reach out. You dig? Until then, we teach. That's it. Look at this right here. My children, let not the things which are not yours cleave unto thee. Let not the world grow unto thee, as the creeping vine grow fast to the oak, so that you do suffer pain when it is torn from you. He said, look, don't let this world cleave to you, because eventually it got to be torn away from you. You understand? And when it's torn away from you, guess what? You'll suffer pain. There's no benefit to being attached to any of this. All right? The key to becoming one with Creator is to detach from all earthly desires. All right? So we got a lot of work to do. None of us around here like the groovy guru. Ain't none of y'all just floating around. Y'all remember Martin, what was Martin playing back in the day when him and Gina got to it? And he went off to a monastery. I forgot what Martin's name was. But Martin was trying to elevate. He was trying to go them ways. No, Gina. He was like, I can't even kiss you, woman. I'm good. You dig? What I'm saying is, the key to becoming one with the Creator is detaching. You understand? It's just what it is. Watch this last one for the Essene teacher of righteousness. All right. Naked earnest you from your mother's womb, and naked shall you return there. The world giveth, and the world taketh away. But no power in heaven or earth can take from you the holy law which does reside within you. Or what? The instructions of the Creator, the voice of the Creator cannot be taken from you. Yeah. Thou mayest see your parents slain, and from your country may you be driven. Then shall you go with cheerful heart to live in another, and look with pity on the slayer of your parents, knowing that by the deed he does slay himself. Yeah, bullets boomerang, Jack. You ain't know that? Bullets boomerang. You understand? Whoever is a murderer, only the murdered themselves. Hey, yeah. Bullets boomerang. Yeah, murder boomerangs. For thou knowest your true parents, and you live secure in your true country. For your true parents are the heavenly father and earthly mother. Creator. Creator's balance. Your positive, negative, you understand, male, female. All right. And thy true country is the kingdom of heaven, which is within. Death can never separate you from your true parents and from your true country, there is no exile. And within thee, a rock which standeth against all storms is the holy law, the voice of the Creator, your bulwark and your salvation. You see this? You see this? MELCHIZEDEK. It's in the actual book. I couldn't find it online either, but it's in this book right here. The Essene Gospel of Peace, the complete 4 books in one volume. It's on Amazon, MELCHIZEDEK. And that's why I didn't pull up the PDF. I actually pulled up my actual book. That's why y'all see the highlights and the underlining. That's my actual book I had. You understand? I couldn't find it online anywhere, but it's in the actual book, The Teacher of Righteousness. Right? So I get some understanding so far. Give me a 7 up in the chat. Bless up. We hearing what? Like, look, we got a certain mindset we got to operate with. And if we claim we are spiritually progressing and being nurtured spiritually to become one with Creator, then the truth of the matter is we got to separate from all these physical possessions. And you be right ready to kill yourself because you ain't, dang, my light's about to be cut off. Boy, go get a candle. Like, what's the problem? You know what I mean? It's just like the way we act as if it's over. And that's what he was saying. He was like, look, houses get built again. You understand? Rain, it's going to rain again and the wells are going to fill up. You understand? But it was letting it be known that calamities that happen to us, even the loss of our loved ones, right? The perception of it, he was saying, you need to look on whoever murdered your loved ones in pity because all they did was murder themselves. You see? It's all perception. And once you switch your perception, then you can say, oh, okay, nah, Hollywood, they not the ones that's wealthy. We are. We are. You understand? So I think that was an excellent read right there, man. That's an excellent, excellent read coming out the Essene Gospel of Peace. All right. Who's a white woman, HICKMAN? Nick Rose is crazy. He did. But the information, once again, you got to get away from all that. Does the information resonate with you or not? That's what it comes down to. Does the information resonate with you, right? All right, drop that. Let's get to our next read. All right. I'm going to drop that. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Some of us love to be the bearer of bad news. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't no thing. All right. Where we at now is in the book of inspiration. Sky Earth Spirit, oh, I speak. All right. If you don't got it, then follow along. All right. I'm gonna start at chapter 8 and verse 8, and then read on in. If we got time, we'll get into some more of that book of discipline too. All right. So yeah, all praise. What brother say, Nazarene the same face. I'm getting that book. All praises, all praises, all good, y'all. You did. Gotta apply that. We gotta stop worrying. Like the Most High is not praised with you worrying and angry and mad and I'm just nothing. I'm just depressed. No, stop all that. Stop all that. Stop all that. All right. And my angel said to man, become one with your Creator. See? Become one with your Creator. These are his direct inspirations. This is how you know if you be inspired directly by Creator or indirectly through your surroundings or ego, the false God, Satan and all that. All right. But this is how you can tell, all right, if you're being inspired by the Creator. All right. To love your Creator above all else and your neighbor as yourself. That's right and exact, ain't it? All right. Messiah taught the same thing, right? Love the Creator with all you got and love your neighbors yourself. So that's a direct inspiration from Creator. If that's taught, well, that's directly from him. All right. To give delights only and not pain. So we got to realize, and regardless of the relationships we in, relationships with our children, relationships with friends, relationships with our spouses or whatever, we got to constantly be on the guard to only be about the light, not pain. You dig? If you said something that was said with the intention to crush that man or crush that sister. You dig? Nah, creator is about bringing delight to you, not pain. He ain't getting off on you suffering, you going through pain and all that. Creator don't get off on none of that. Look at this: to not kill, to not do violently against his creatures. So we know we being led by the angels directly by creator through his angels of the higher resurrections. Why? Because this is what we be on. We ain't about putting no blood in the streets. You understand? We ain't about doing violence to any of his creatures, whether they be man, whether they be animals. To be considerate of the liberty of all the living. Yeah. Yeah. To not interdict the happiness and hope of others. Right. Right. They happy and joyful. That's their portion. Allow them to have it. Except only where in its place you can return a transcendent glory and hope. So he's like, if they happy and joyful, guess what? Leave them there unless you can bring more happiness and joy to them. Right? Don't interrupt it with news of gloom and doom. No. For these are direct inspirations from your creator. See, real easy to understand. Real easy to understand. All right. Real easy. But these are your evil inspirations, oh man. These come from your birth and surroundings, formerly called what? Satan. To kill. Any inspiration to kill man or animals is of Satan. It's not of the creator. Period. Period. All right. To slander. To punish. So all the gossiping, all the slandering. You know, y'all Miss Benita Israelites. I ain't the one to gossip. You ain't heard it from me. None, all that's darkness. To kill, to slander, to punish. To destroy YHWH's created beings. To strive for yourself above another. All that's darkness. That's Satan. I'm looking out for me and only me. I'm looking out for me, dog. That's self, though. That's Satan. See that? To gratify your flesh at the expense of purity or wisdom. To be false to the creator. To be false to yourself. To speak falsely. To covet another's. To cohabit in the gestative period. When the woman is pregnant. You understand? To cohabit or to have sexual relations while the woman is pregnant, according to the higher light or speed, that's darkness. Dang. I can't act like I've been obedient to that law. You know what I mean? I'm just finding this out. Dang. That's darkness. Didn't know that. You know how many children I have? Didn't know that was darkness. You thought it was, thought it was all good. You got to be careful. Hey, it's all good, man. All praise to Creator. All right, look at this right here. To engage in strife or to aid in abet conflicts, which are the fruit of carnivorous food, flesh foods, transmitted in birth. So all these are not inspiration from Creator. These are inspirations from Satan or your surroundings or the carnal mind or lower self. Kill, slander, punish, to destroy the Creator's beings, to strive for yourself above another. See, the light is to put others before you. You're selfless. I heard an elder a long time ago call salvation selfish. He did. And if you're listening, you're completely wrong, elder. Nah, what Yahshua taught was selfless. To gratify your flesh at the expense of purity or wisdom, to be false to Creator, to be false to yourself, to speak falsely, to covet another's, to cohabit in the gestative period, to engage in strife, or to aid in abet conflicts. So all that, look, all that is the fruit of flesh food. You see that? All right. Yeah, y'all talking about laying with your wife when she's pregnant. Man, look, I ain't know that before I read a wasp, y'all. Chapter 9. Chapter 9. Who we got over here, man? Yeah, thought it was a goat. Right. What'd you say? Print Blake thought it was a goat. Nazarene has seen faith to say, I know better not. Dreadful Cosmon, my boy, y'all right. Yep. And they say it's best when pregnant. So you go, oh, yeah. We know better. We do better, though. Feel that? All right. Chapter 9. Man, I created with capacity to distinguish my direct from my indirect inspiration, says Jehovah. And my angels gave him rules by which he could make manifest the difference between the two. Remember, direct is directly from him. Indirect is Satan or your surroundings. All right. The carnal mind. And then he gave us rules to tell the difference. So when you being inspired to do something, right, what we're reading here is a practical guide so you can say, okay, I'm being inspired by the angels of the higher resurrections, or no, that's a earthbound spirit right there. Or that's an angel below the grades. That's a dark spirit. No, that ain't of the Most High. So he's giving you the rules so you could judge yourself to know that's a directly from Creator or that's indirectly. TT Pam say, Claude, have mercy, I'm pregnant right now. Hey, I'm already, hey, look, I know. I be reading this stuff and just be laughing like, wow, that's wild. Now look at this right here. Now these are the rules. Man has said, behold, any man may say, thus saith Jehovah. One kills his neighbor, saying, I was thus inspired by Jehovah. Another practices all goodness, and his words are wisdom and comprehension. And he says, I was inspired by Jehovah. I say to you, O man, in this I also gave you liberty. Therefore, judge for yourself as to which came from me and which came from his surroundings. So we can do that right now, right? Can we do that right now? Right? We can give the example. One kills his neighbor, saying, I was thus inspired by Creator, Yahweh, Jehovah. Another practices goodness in his words. Another practices all goodness, and his words are wisdom and comprehension. He says, I was inspired by Creator. So if I was to ask the chat right now, which one is inspired by Creator? The one that killed his neighbor and said, I was inspired? Or the one that practices all goodness and his words are wisdom and comprehension? All right. Which one is of the Creator? Number one or number two? All right. Y'all respond in the chat. Which one is of Creator? See, so what I like about this, it proactively shows you how to tell if the Creator is inspiring you or not. See that? Number two. And that's, but true about this, y'all see how easy that is? That's easy. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that resonates with everybody. So, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Why would the cat that killed his neighbor be inspired by the, why would that be an inspiration from the Creator and not the one that practices all goodness? And his words are wise and they are understandable. You see? So it's not hard to understand. So when you being inspired or you're being tempted, you can actively say, oh, okay, I'm being inspired by the angels of the higher. I'm being directly inspired by the Creator through his ambassador angels. Right? It's all based on what? It's all based on action. Right? And that shows you that a false God can appear in the name of who? Yahweh, Jehovah, Yahweh, whatever you call him, the Creator. Because that man said what? He was inspired by the Creator to kill. So false gods can come in the name of even the Creator. See? So guess what? It's all about what? What is the deity or what is the Creator or what is the God relaying to you? Is it to kill or is it to practice all goodness? See that? Look at this. I say to you, old man, in this I also gave you liberty. Therefore, judge for yourself as to which came from me and which came from his surroundings. Satan. You shall be your own judge in all things. You don't want to hear that. You rather hear your chestnuts gonna roast forever on the open fire. You rather hear that. But he tell you right here, you shall be your own judge in all things. Behold, I sent my God to judge you, but you shall also judge the judgments of your God. And afterward, you shall judge yourself in the same way. I created you a perpetual judge. Look at creative way. I created you a perpetual judge, not only to judge yourself and all the world besides, but you should judge me, your Creator. You dig? And the judgment, y'all, is the discerning between what's right and wrong. You are a perpetual judge created by your Creator. You decide what's right and wrong. right? Just don't go against what you feeling. You already know. You already know what's right and wrong. And true about this, you responsible for the decisions you make. He gave you liberty. Everything else moves by his divine inspiration. The birds fly south for the winter because of the virtue of the Creator's presence. Right? But you, old man, got liberty. And with liberty comes responsibility. You got to make that call whether, okay, yeah, that's the inspiration from the Creator or that's the inspiration from Satan. You got to make that. You got to make that call and be like, you know what, that is righteous. You know what, Creator is righteous. Look at this. I like this verse 8. It says right here, I have given you many sacred books, and I say it unto you, unless you judge them, you should be caught in a snare. I charge you, you shall accept nothing from men, angels, or gods. You better be judging any holy book or any spiritual book you call yourself studying or believing in. Creator say, look, I done gave you plenty of them, but unless you judge them, you're going to be trapped. Your soul going to be bound to the book. The problem is, guess what we've done? We've turned the Bible into an idol. And our people are trapped. Like they, even though we show them, like I'm talking about clear as day. You understand? Nah, that say bash them infants' heads against the stone. Nah, that say go kill the sucklings. Nah, that say the prophet cursed the children in the name of his Lord and some birds ate them. Right? We supposed to be going through all these books and this literature and all that and judging it. Like, okay, I can take that and add that to what I got going on in this day. Oh no, that right there don't resonate with me. Unless you judge them, these books you hold in so high value, you're gonna be caught in them. You're gonna be bound. Your soul gonna be bound to it. And we see that happening right now with the Bible. Everybody is in denial. No, it can't be. No, trying to explain evil and trying to explain evil and evil attribute and throw it on the Creator, giving him a free case. No, I like that. Unless you judge them, the books, you shall be caught in a snare. Yeah, I charge you, you shall accept nothing from men, angels, or gods. So just on the face value, a man say, man, this is what it is, read it. Or this is what it is, this is the all holy. Man, look, you got to judge that. And in order for you to judge it, include no WASP, guess what you got to do? You got to read it. You can't judge it before you read it. You understand? Or you can, but that wouldn't even be wise according to the Bible. You got to hear a whole matter first, then rebuke. Look at this. But you shall rely on your own inspiration from your Creator. Look, this is your experience, brothers and sisters. This is your experience. You're supposed to rely on your own inspiration. How are we taking somebody else's experience over ours? If I never experienced, I can't even speak on it, Jack. You understand? But you shall rely on your own inspiration from your Creator. Such is my word, which I speak to your own soul. The Creator speak through all of us. You don't need to go run over there with to go get with some type of priest. You ain't got to wait till MALAKIMAC go live. The Creator speaking to all y'all. He speaks to your soul. And it's either direct or indirect inspiration. And what we read now shows you what is direct and it's easy to identify. And what is indirect, easy to identify. Such is my word which I speak to your own soul. What comes to you from a man is indirect inspiration. Facts. What comes to you from a man is indirect inspiration. What comes from an angel is indirect. And what comes from the gods is indirect. No direct inspiration by me can come to you from a book. Do y'all hear this? That's including what we read. We put too much weight into the books instead of what? Our own experience and judging that. But to keep it real, which I must admit, Owaski is a great read. I've read over half of it thus far. Hey, every time I read it, I get my mind blown. Just to keep it real with you. You understand? But we are not to worship any book. He just told you no direct inspiration by me can come to you from a book or a sermon or from anything in all my creations, but only from me, your Creator. All right? Your Creator. Look at it. Though one man receives direct inspiration from me and he writes it in a book, yet when it comes to you, it is indirect inspiration, right? It's still indirect, and it's not binding upon you, except only so far as my direct inspiration upon you moves you to receive it. It's only binding to you based off the Creator's direct inspiration moving on you. See, so it's on you. It's on you to hear the information, and if the Creator is inspiring you to move on that, to receive that, then that's what it is, right? But even information that He directly inspired and another man wrote it down, if you're reading it, that is indirect inspiration from Him, and it's only binding on you if you are inspired to receive it. Wow. Yet I did not create all men with the same clearness to perceive me and to frame my wisdom in words. Only a few will turn away from the inspiration of the world and come to me. Wow. Only a few will turn away from the inspiration of the world and come to me. Many profess me in words, but they do not fulfill my inspiration in practice. My words come easily to the pure in heart, and my wisdom shows itself in the frame of their speech. For I give them words, just as I give inspiration to the animal to do perfectly and wisely the parts for which I created them. Behold, I showed the dumb spider how to weave its geometrical net. Is it a greater wonder for me to give words of wisdom to a righteous man? See that? Or to put him in the way of receiving my revelations, or to show him the harmony and glory of my creations. Y'all see that? Oh, wait. How do you know direct and indirect inspiration from Creator? And stop putting all y'all stock in any book, period. Right? It's only binding upon you if you are inspired to receive it. You see? And guess what? You judge yourself. You judge angels, you judge the gods, you even judge Creator. And judging means what? Discerning what's right and what's wrong. And as you grow spiritually, you're gonna be what? Saying the Creator's right and all that. That makes sense. All right. Y'all get some understanding so far. Give me an 8 up in the chat. Bless up. Chapter 10, inspiration. Chapter 10, inspiration, baby. Yeah, there's some good reading, player. Some good reading, player. Good food, that player. In the first creation, none heard me or saw me, says Jehovah. And even to this day, many men deny me in my person. To teach you, old man, that you should be considerate of your brother's talents. Behold, what a labor for my gods and ministering angels. To show you that no two men see alike anything God created. Do y'all hear this? Look at that. Over here arguing. Millie mouthing. Look at that. Book of Inspiration, chapter 10, verse 4. To show you that no two men see alike anything God created. So now we can stop arguing. Perception. We are arguing over perception. What we see. And Creator just said what? No two men see alike anything I created. To make you cautious so that because you cannot hear me, you should not judge your brother who can hear me. To induce you to this and that without interfering with your liberty. To make you watchful. To learn by your own inspiration from me. To make you skeptical toward others' versions of my words, and yet make you try to discover my words and my person of your own self. This is your journey. To see me and hear me. All right. Now, behold, in the early days over the whole world, only one heard. Only one heard, and there. Hold on, y'all. All right. It says over the whole world, only one here and there could be made to comprehend me. As you may say to the beast in the field or to the dog, the most knowing of animals, Yahweh, and they will not hear you understanding me. So it was with nearly all the world in the earliest times. Today I have quickened many. Tomorrow all the people in the world shall know me. This is the progress, spiritual progression, right? Huh? That's what the class is about. This is the progress I created possible for you. This road you shall travel. Yet you have blockaded the way against me on every side. You have put me away and said natural law, moral law, divine law, instinct, reflection, intuition, second sight. I say to you, I have abolished all these things. I will have them no more forever. I have no laws. I do by virtue of my own presence. I am not far away. Behold, I am with you. I gave no instinct to any creature under the sun, but by my presence they do what they do. Saying the creatures under the animals, now they don't have instinct. They are moving based off the Creator's presence, right? I give no tuition by intuition. I am the cause to all and for all. I am the most easily understood of all things. My hand is ready for whoever will reach out to me. You want to be chosen? Choose Creator. I am the most easily understood of all things. Wow. My hand is ready for whoever will reach out to me. My voice is ready and clear to whoever will turn away from other things and away from philosophies and ambiguous words, serving me in good works. My light is present and answers to all who follow their all highest knowledge. Do y'all hear that? Wow. Chapter 11. And y'all get some understanding. Go ahead and throw a 7 up in the chat. Bless up, bless up. We working. We working. Big homie in the building. NehemiYAH, big homie in the building. Bless up. Oh, we cooking, we cooking. Okay, okay. Let's get into chapter 11. Chapter 11. All right. Understanding, spiritual nourishment, spiritual progression, become one with the Most High. That's what these classes and these teachings are all about. This is what it's geared toward. You understand? If it ain't about spiritual progression, I can care less about it. That don't mean that, you brothers out there, sisters in the culture, rocking the culture and all that. It's just the culture has 0% to do with progression spiritually. All right. A head wrap, fringes, garments, any of it. You understand? None of that has anything to do with progression spiritually. You understand? But if that's what you want, that's what you want. I ain't knocking none of that. I'm saying like we focus on development of the spirit man, the spiritual nature. Teaching how to understand if you are being inspired directly by Creator or not. We need to know that. You see that? Look at this, chapter 11, inspiration. Do not seek to spread my gospels and entice followers to this or that, says Yahweh. Neither go about preaching saying, thus saith Yahweh. Let all men hear me in their own way. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. So now we got to get rid of the bondage. Now you got to get rid of the bondage, y'all. Let all men hear me in their own way. No man shall follow another. I will have no sect. I will have no creed. I am not exclusive, but I am with all my living creatures. To those who choose me, practicing their all highest light, I am a shield and fortification against all darkness and against all evil and contention. Y'all heard that? You understand? Faith in Creator, belief in Creator, practicing our all highest light, meaning at all times you're striving to do what's righteous and to be a righteous help and comfort to others at all times. It's living to your highest light. All right. And if you're living like that, you're protected. I am a shield and fortification against all darkness and against all evil contention, against all evil and contention. You should not establish me by man's laws, nor by the government of man, says Yahweh. Nor establish by man's laws or government any book or revelation saying, behold, this is Yahweh's book. See, this is right here teaching you how to depend on the voice of the Creator that's inherent in all of us versus any book. And if you is going to deal with a book, you better judge it. You understand? In order to judge it, you got to read it. You understand? And you have to judge it so your soul won't be bound or trapped in it. And that even includes OI speed. You see that? Yeah. Yeah, you got a right to read through whatever. Say, hold on, that don't sound right. What is that? All right. To keep man from interfering with man, this has been great labor. To teach man to comprehend liberty, especially as to thought and knowledge, free thinker. This has been a great labor. for he falls easily under the inspiration of his surroundings, and falls under the teachings and persuasions of his brother, because he comes from my hand into the world in innocence, a helpless infant, and his elder brothers take advantage of his innocence and teach him their own knowledge instead of directing him to me. And his elder brothers were in darkness themselves, and their elder brothers before them. I said to man, be free, learn to know liberty, think for yourself, study your creator in all things, and in yourself in particular. Do y'all hear this? You've been made free. You ain't bound to none of that. None of it. Think for yourself, Jack. We are not robots. You know when something don't sound right. Right? It's time for us to focus in on the voice of Creator that has been speaking through every last one of our souls since before we can remember. The Creator has always spoken to you, brothers and sisters. Always. Always. You just call it something different. You just be like, oh, I should follow my first mind or my intuition, like it was saying. But Creator is saying all this happens because of the virtue of my presence. Because Creator is ever present, right? The all in all. Yeah. Yeah, so he's telling you to be free. We just read that in the Essene literature too, right? Open up your soul and breathe the air of a free man. I said to man, be free. Learn to know liberty. Think for yourself. Study your creator in all things and in yourself in particular. Turn away from your elder brothers. Come to the all highest fountain. Do not be confounded with abstruse reasonings. Cut all things short, godlike. Learn of the creator and his creations. There is nothing more. Huh? There's nothing more when we talk about spiritual progression. Learn of the creator and his creations. It's nothing more. Right? And everything, and including within yourself. There's nothing more. You talk about spiritual progression, that's what has to happen. You know what I mean? Ooh, wait. My brother Yosef. Yeah, that's the book of inspiration. Oh, I speak, brother. Learn of the creator and his creations. There is nothing more. You are one of the seeds of Yahuwah and were planted by his hand. Be free from the whole world. But look, we read it here too. And when I be telling y'all that the Essene, Nazarene Essene literature agree with Owaspy, we just read that in the Essene Gospel Piece. We just read that. All right. Y'all get some understanding. Give me a 4 up in the chat. Bless up. Bless up. All praises. Glory now to the Most High. Bless up. Blessing. Blessing. Chapter 12, Book of Inspiration. Chapter 12, Book of Inspiration. Glad everybody getting some understanding. Everybody getting some understanding. That's what it's about. All right. That's what it's all about. It ain't about nothing else. Shout out to the haters, y'all, jackers, and naysayers. Yeah, we love y'all too. Bless up. And that's for real. Y'all gonna get this light. What Loaded Lux used to say, you're gonna get this work. Yeah, y'all gonna get this light, boy. You're gonna get this light. All right, we all good. Chapter 12, Book of Inspiration. And for any Millie Mouth Negro that got a problem with we reading, I just need you to go back through and show at any minute marker where we're reading something that's demonic, satanic, and evil. I'm calling everybody to the flow on there. If I hear anybody talk about y'all reading that's evil, that's demonic, all right, well, give me the minute marker. Show what we read and what we teaching that's evil, satanic, and demonic. You may disagree with it, but is it evil, demonic, and satanic? See that? When we start putting that on y'all, I'm going to give you some homework. You start giving the naysayers homework. Show me, and post it, the minute marker, what we read or said what was evil, demonic, and satanic. Because that's the big fear. Oh, man, y'all reading all that, man, that's evil. And as we read, we don't read nothing evil. But we can go into the Bible and bring out some satanic, evil things being commanded by the Lord or the God at certain times. See? So you got to be fair in your judgment and your assessment is all I'm saying. Be real with yourself. Understand? Like if you're not gonna be real with yourself, we just read where to be false to the creator and false to yourself, that's darkness. You ain't being real with yourself. You see that? Look at my baby Juju in the chat. Look at Daddy Baby and my oldest daughter right there, y'all. Juju. Oldest daughter, miracle baby. My daughter, a teenager now. Love you, baby girl. Where my son at? One of my sons. Where Malaki at? Tell that little joke. I said, get up. You better not be still asleep. It's late. It's 10:48 our time. You know what I mean? But love you, girl, indeed and in truth. You already know. Bless up. Chapter 12, inspiration. All right? We work. Of all my created animals, only man I created not perfect in his order, says YAHWH. Do y'all hear this? What bro say? What'd you say, Cordell? Look at that. I'd say it will be impossible to disagree with anything that I heard you read. Waspy or Nazarene books, man. Hey, he's out here doing it. Yeah, you're gonna get this light. That's right, global purpose. You're gonna get this light. Let's get back to it. Of all my created animals, only man I created not perfect in his order, says YAHWH. Y'all hear this? Man wasn't created perfect. Man gotta grow. Man had a baby, infant stage, and had to grow into an adult. You understand? Of all my created animals, only man I created not perfect in his order, says YAHWH. I created him as the most devoid of knowledge and the most helpless of animals. I did not give the bird capacity to improve her feathers, nor yet to improve her species, nor did I give her a book either on how to build her nest or regarding her behavior with other birds. Nor did I say to the hare or the rabbit, beware of foxes, or go teach your young to depend on their fleetness. And yet both birds and beasts move by my inspiration, perfectly in the order I made them. The bird does her work, and the hare flees from the fox. But the child of man will put its finger in a serpent's mouth, and the child will also eat any deadly poison. That's fact. That's a fact. So he's saying man wasn't created perfect because the young animals naturally know how to build a nest and how to fly south. And the rabbit know naturally that the fox is the rabbit's enemy, so it knows how to flee from the fox. Right? You would call it instinct. You would call it just natural. But the creator is saying in the book of inspiration, oh, that's by the virtue of my presence. I inspired it. All right? But look at a child. You understand? I got young babies too. A child is straight stick a fork in an electrical outlet. You see what I'm saying? He has to grow to learn what's good for him and what's not good for him. Man does, but the animals don't. That's why he said, I ain't create man perfect. Man has to learn through his experience what's good and what's not. You dig? Look at this. But the child of man will put his finger in the serpent's mouth, and the child will also eat any deadly poison. Thus I created man differently from all other things on earth. But I gave him the foundation upon which he could attain to perfection in all the attributes of my other living creatures. So he made man imperfect, but put him on the path to perfection. You got to go through experience to get that. You see? That's powerful, man. It's like Creator gave you freedom, but gave you responsibility. Every tub has to sit on its own bottom. You see that? That's powerful. There ain't no twisting your arm behind your back. There ain't no you damn forever if you mess up. Ain't none of that. It's like Creator, like, look, it all come back to me in the end anyway. Whatever torments you're going to go through, you brought that on yourself. You see this? Look at this right here. And I said to man, be observant of what you shall eat and drink, and where you shall dwell by day and sleep by night. For all things shall write upon your soul the character and kind of which they are made. So he's like, look, be circumspect. The very things you are involved in, the eating, the drinking, the sleeping by day and dwelling by day and sleeping by night. Your experience writes on your soul. You understand? Whatever you go through, it's going to leave an impression, an imprint, no matter what you go through on your soul. See? For all things shall write upon your soul the character and kind of which they are made. If you will be gentle, look at this. Look at this. Pay attention, y'all. If you will be gentle like a lamb and non-resistant and docile, and so you can obtain great knowledge, feed upon herbs, fruits, and cereals. Do y'all hear this? Y'all hear this? So it all comes down to like where you at with it, right? The peaceful, the non-resistant, those who obtain greater and greater knowledge are supposed to feed on herbs, fruits, and cereals. Look at this, verse 11. And your blood, look at this. Show you how scientific a WASP is. And your blood shall be pure and cool, and charged with food for your spirit, in peace and love. So that's an alkaline. You understand? I mean, your blood is alkaline at that point because it's pure and cool. You understand? It ain't acidic. It ain't inflammatory. But yes, what you eat directly affects your bloodstream. And that which charges the blood charges the spirit. Yes, food does matter when it comes to spiritual progression. It does. When it comes to spiritual understanding, food does matter. It's letting you know if you want greater knowledge, feed upon the herbs, fruits, and cereals, and your blood shall be pure and cool, or your blood shall be alkaline. You understand? Set balance, at least 7.5 or 7. You understand? And charged with food for your spirit and peace and love. Look at this. But if you will be ferocious, look at this. But if you will be ferocious like a carnivorous beast, then you shall feed upon flesh and fish, and your blood shall be hot. You see this? Acidic. And your spirit shall be stirred with passion, anger, contention, tattling, war, jealousy, and love of vengeance. For whatever you charge your blood with shall be charged upon your spirit. You see that? See that? For whatever you charge your blood with shall be charged upon your spirit. What you eating directly affects your blood. And whatever charges your blood charges your spirit. Notice the flesh food diet. Ferocious, carnivorous beasts, right? Blood hot. Spirit shall be stirred with passion, anger, contention, tattling, war, jealousy, and love of vengeance. Not greater understanding, not greater knowledge, not compassion, not peace, right? Not your blood is in the alkaline state. Your body is in the alkaline state. You know what I mean? Not that. Acidosis. Yeah, your blood hot. That means you're inflamed. Your joints probably inflamed and everything. You mean tell me WASP speaks about alkalinity and acidosis, cool blood and hot blood based off what you're eating? And whatever charges your blood charges your spirit. Now you know. Now you know. Yes, food is very important when it comes down to your spiritual progression. If you understand that so far, give me a 5 up in the chat. Bless up. All right, verse 14. Because you cannot feed on fish or flesh except through destruction to death. Exactly. In order for you to chew on an animal sandwich, the animal has to die. See that? In order for you to chew on an animal sandwich, the animal has to die. All right? Because you cannot feed on fish or flesh except through destruction to death. Even so, destruction to death shall come upon your own soul or your soul. Yeah, you made your body a graveyard, so you become dead. Your blood becomes hot. You become angry and vengeful and jealous. Yeah. From your own blood, your spirit shall be inspired. So now we know what inspiration, even though we understand direct inspiration and indirect inspiration from Creator or from your surroundings, Satan. You understand? Now we understand to receive that higher inspiration on a higher level and more frequently. Guess what? You got to feed on fruits, veggies, and cereals. You got to eat the food that make your blood or put your body in an alkaline environment. You understand? Makes your blood cool, not what makes it inflammatory and hot. All right. From your own blood shall your spirit be inspired. And you wonder why those that, decide to deal with the vegetation and the fruits, the no flesh and blood and all that, why they're more peaceful. They're more calm. All right? They're more balanced. Just the truth. From your own blood, your spirit shall be inspired, even according to what your blood contains. So what if your blood is contaminated? The Essene literature say it make your blood black and thick like gunk. That's what it says. And you start sending forth oozing streams of decay out your bowels. That boy got the runs. That's what the Essene Gospel of Peace call it. They call it oozing streams of decay. Because you made your stomach a graveyard for dead animals. So what come out you? The runs. Oozing streams of decay. Right? And it poisons your blood, turns your blood. Essene literature say the same thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like what we've been reading the past year and a half agrees with YHWH'S and look, in a lot of ways. From your own blood, your spirit shall be inspired, even according to what your blood contains. You know what I mean? Look at this. As through corpora, your corporeal part is nurtured. Corpora means physicality, all right? So through the gaseous atmospheric part, your spirit is nurtured, all right? So the vapors you smell, yeah, spirit get nurtured by them. Woman said, behold, I do not kill any lamb, bird, or fish. Others kill them, but I eat them. To kill my lambs and birds and whatever I create alive is a simple act, says YAHWH. Let no man waste much speed because of such destructions. It is the contamination of the blood of man by flesh food upon which you shall ponder. Huh? Yeah, chewing on animals poisons your blood. Again, the Essene literature says the same thing. The Nazarene literature says the same thing. You see that? All right. We got proof in two different sets of records that flesh food contaminates your blood. Now, the blood is what hit every system of your body. And we see even the spirit is charged off blood. That's wild, man. But every system, your central nervous system, your circulatory system, your digestive system, your endocrine system, whatever system you're talking about, your skeletal system, the blood, your blood touches every system in your body. And now we're reading that the blood, the spirit is charged off what the blood is charged off of. So now we're dealing in science, high science. We're dealing on how to become one with the Creator, to hear the voice of the Creator more and more. All right? A lot of us never knew that also has to do with what you're throwing down your throat. Yeah. And science today verifies it. So it's different if we just reading this and all it sound good. But you can look up plenty of doctors and they'll tell you what flesh food does to the blood and to the body. All right, look at this word. It is the contamination of the blood of man by carnivorous food upon which you shall ponder. I created all the living so that like would attract like. Whoever makes himself carnivorous cannot escape conflict and contention within his own members, soul and body. Hey, if you chewing on animals, it ain't no if you get sick, it's only a when. I created all the living so that like would attract like. Whoever makes himself carnivorous, meaning he chew on animals, cannot escape conflict and contention within his own members, soul and body. Yeah. You see this? Ooh, look at this. Until the earth was circumscribed, I gave man carnivorous food. Today, I make it poison to him. Wow. And man shall turn away from it, and the smell of it shall sicken him, and the sight of blood shall fill him with horror. The butcher shall be ashamed of his vocation. His neighbor shall say unto him, you stink of blood. You smell of blood. Because you gave us flesh, we also drank to drunkenness. Because you gave us flesh, we also smoked and took narcotics. Because you gave us flesh, we are rotten with catarrh and wasted in the lungs. Because we feasted on flesh, YAHWH answered us incorruptible flesh. Lo, we stink from the sole of our feet to the crown of our head. Boy, it smells like a graveyard. And our offspring are born into the world so helpless and corrupt that half of them die in infancy. YAHWH said, when I command the nations of the earth to peace, behold, I raise my hand above the carnivorous or the carnivoran's head. As there was a time when I created every animal perfect in its order, so also shall a time come to man. And now is the dawn of that time. Therefore, I named it cosmon. As the spider learns to build her web without a book, and the bees to dwell in the queendom in peace and industry without books, written laws, and instructions on how to do this and that. Even so, now is a new birth to the generations of my people. By my direct inspiration upon them, they shall learn to do all things perfectly in the order of man for which I created them. Man shall know how to do things easily and without the long labor of books and without being shown or instructions given. Huh? I heard living straight and directly from the inspiration of Creator. And this is that day. You in Cosmon now. It's the Cosmon era. Look at this. As of old, I commanded you to have dominion over every living creature or every living thing I created. So now I command you to take the earth and the waters of the earth and the air above the earth into your dominion also. And you shall rule over them to drive away the heat and bring the cold. To drive away the cold and bring the heat as you will for the benefit of all the living. To accomplish which you shall now, first of all, adapt yourself to your Creator, according to my highest light upon you, to put away your own disharmony in your blood and flesh and in your soul, opening the way for my inspiration to come direct to you. Do y'all hear this? Wow. So we are learning how to hear the voice of Creator more and more. And one of the things is you got to stop chewing on animals. It poisons your blood. What charges the blood charges the spirit. You understand? Opening the way for my inspiration to come direct to you so that you may be what? One with me. Oh, way we cooking today, baby. Spiritual progression and nourishment become one with the Creator, sky, earth, spirit, all praises. All praises. Chapter 13 is very important as well. Let's get into that. Shout out to the haters, y'all jackers and naysayers. We love y'all too. Bless up. All praises. You dig? All praises. Shout out to my beloved brothers and sisters. My Nazarene, my Essene, faithless brothers and sisters. Create a gang. You bring them. We raise them. Dig? Chapter 13. Chapter 13. Inspiration. And I'm still waiting on a millie mouth Negro to tell me what we reading that's so evil and satanic. Still waiting. Still waiting. All right. Roddy Rod in the building, my beloved brother. Bless up, inspiration. Man says, if I cannot add the smallest fraction to my physical body, and it is all built up by Yahuwah, then indeed it is his. Neither am I accountable as to whether it is well made or well preserved. This is what man is saying. Well, look, I ain't got no say-so in nothing then. That's what man would say based on what Creator just said. Look at this. And if I cannot make one new thought or idea, then indeed all my thoughts and ideas are Yahuwah, given to me by inspiration, either directly by Jehovah or by his creations. Neither then am I accountable for my thoughts, ideas, or behavior as to whether they are good or bad. Truly then, I am not responsible for anything, neither for what I am, nor for what I do, nor for what becomes of me. I am merely an automation, a robot. I myself am nothing. And for those who don't teach free will, that's what they're saying. You're a robot. Right? A lot of people believe that, though. A lot of people believe you don't have free will. That means you're on automation. You're a robot. Right? Well, look how the Creator responds. The Creator says, because I gave you liberty, you are responsible for all you are, for all you make of yourself, for all that shall come to you, and for your peace and happiness, both in this world and the next. Creator said, you ain't got off that easy. I gave you freedom. I gave you liberty. You understand? You got free will. So with free will, brothers and sisters, comes responsibility. Yeah, because that's another argument. If it's all him and nothing's happening without him, then I ain't got free will. Whatever I'm doing is because of him. No, you ain't getting off like that, Jack. What Creator say? Because I gave you liberty, you are responsible for all you are, for all you make of yourself, for all that you shall come to, for all that shall come to you, and for your peace and happiness, both in this world and the next. Liberty I gave you as to what you would eat, what you would wear to cover yourself, and where you would reside. I gave you liberty to build your house in your own way. But behold, I did not give such liberty to the bird as to her nest, nor to the beaver, nor to the ants, nor to any other living creature. Do you understand? You understand? He said, I gave you liberty. Creator said, I gave you liberty to build your house in your own way. But behold, I did not give such freedom to the bird as to her nest, nor to the beaver, nor to the ant, nor to any other living creature. Liberty I gave to you as to whether you would eat herbs or flesh. But such liberty I did not give to any other living creature. To the sheep and the horse I said, eat herbs. To the tiger and lion, eat flesh. To you I gave liberty to make yourself carnivorous, herbivores, or omnivores. Whatever you put in your mouth and it united with your blood and became a part of your body, behold, it was by my labor and by my power that it was accomplished. Truly, I was your workman. Look what Creator is saying. I'm your workman. Look at this. All that you did in the matter was to choose. All that you did in the matter was to choose. You got to choose this day, brothers and sisters, life or death. What resonates with you? What makes sense? All that you did in the matter was to choose. You were, in that respect, the master, and I your servant. And behold, I did not make the servant responsible for the master's behavior. Do y'all hear this? You can't free case the Creator. You got liberty. You can ask Creator for whatever you want. All that you did in the matter was to choose. You were, in that respect, the master. Creator saying, since I gave you liberty, you the master. You choose. And I your servant. And behold, I did not make the servant, in this case the Creator, because he gave you free will, responsible for the master's, man's behavior. No, the Creator's not responsible for how man is acting. He gave you free will. All right? You got to handle that. You asked him for it. You got it. You handle it. You can't blame him for it. Wow. Wow. Look at this right here. Because you made yourself carnivorous. The fault is your own. Yeah. You decided to go chew on animal sandwiches and all that and put your body in an acidosis environment. To make your blood hot and make you angry and all and contentious and make your body inflamed. You dig? Because you made yourself carnivorous, the fault is your own. I placed before you the herbivorous animals and the carnivorous animals, and I gave you eyes to look upon them regarding their behavior, whether ferocious and destructive or peaceful, patient, and docile. And I spoke to your soul saying, look and judge for yourself as to what you shall eat. He put before you the carnivores and the herbivores. You understand? One is hostile and angry and always on war mode. They over here peaceful, docile, learning more knowledge. And I spake to your soul saying, look and judge for yourself as to what you shall eat. Observe the order of my creations and the result upon all my living creatures. Therefore, you are accountable to yourself. Therefore, you are accountable to yourself and responsible to the entire world for having made your physical body as you have. And the same applies to your spirit, soul, mind, ideas, and your thoughts. For I gave you liberty in the same way. Because of the liberty you have, because of the freedom you have. Oh, guess what, Jack? You accountable for all of it. Because he didn't get it to the bird and the bees and the bears and the lions. He didn't get it. Get it to you. He made all them perfect in their order, made you imperfect, and set you on the path to obtaining perfection through your experience. For I gave you liberty in the same way. Yes, I gave you liberty to receive your inspiration from drunkards, harlots, and fighters, or from men of wisdom, or the innocence of childhood, or the virtue of a virgin, or from a city of corruption, or from the country with pure air, and trees and flowers, mountains and valleys. Y'all know we got to get our land soon. And I spoke to your soul saying, choose what you will. Choose what you will to be the inspiration of your mind, spirit, and soul. So Creator saying, look, it's all on you. You choose. See, we don't like that. But see, with a choice comes responsibility. Whether the outcome is good or bad is on us. Yeah. Yeah. So move wisely. You did. And I spoke to your soul saying, choose what you will to be the inspiration of your mind, spirit, and soul. Behold, I, your creator, am your servant to impregnate you with thoughts, ideas, disposition. All you have to do is to choose. Creator said, I'm your servant. And can you have me for whatever? You'll get it. Choice is yours. And guess what? You got to deal with the outcome, whether good or bad. Choose. Cuz Collins, choose ye this day, life or death. Yeah, you got free will. You have liberty. But with that comes all the responsibility in existence. Move wisely. All right. You choose what you're going to eat. Brother, you ain't man. Look, you choose that. Do it make sense to be chewing on animals? That makes sense to you? Just because you're hungry? We even going scientifically and showing what it does to the blood. It contaminates the blood. Now we learn today, whatever charges the blood charges the spirit. Wow. Wow, man. That's deep. All right. Yes, I said, I will even take you to whichever place and condition you may choose. And now, because I gave you this extreme liberty and you have chosen, behold, you are accountable to yourself for your every thought and idea and for your spirit and soul. And in your behavior, you are responsible to the whole world. Not the creator and responsible. You chose it. He gave it to you. You got to deal with it. Whether the outcome good or bad. You're responsible for yourself. Yeah, look at this. With liberty, I bestow responsibility also. I am the power, the light, and the life. In one thing chiefly, you are not an automation, and that is your own entity, your own self, your own whatever you are. Yourself I gave to yourself. That's cool. Yourself I gave to yourself. And even at the zero of your entity, I said to you and continue to say, go, make yourself. Make yourself. Even as you have. Yes, even in this, I said, you choose. And I will do the labor myself for you. So that choice and liberty were the sum total which I gave to you. Now, therefore, man, as I gave choice and liberty to you, so shall you give the same to your neighbor and associate. Everybody has free will, man. What you doing trying to put somebody under bondage? Without these, there is no responsibility. With these, all responsibility. So if you don't want responsibility, then guess what? You got to become RoboCop. You got to become a robot. But we all understand that we have responsibility, and we all understand we have free will. Well, with liberty or freedom comes responsibility. You understand? And whatever the outcome is, it's on you. You choose. Look at this. Verse 30. Choose your own food, your own clothing, and your own house. And choose a location where you shall live and provide the way for whatever inspiration you may. Remembering you shall be responsible in all, and the result shall come to you according to whether you fawn upon Satan or emulate your creator. Ooh, wait, boy. Ooh, wait, boy. That was plain. Make it plain upon tables, Ak. Make it plain upon tables. Going to the book of discipline next. Y'all get some understanding. Give me a 2 up in the chat. Bless up, family. Bless up. We learning a lot today. We eating too. We being spiritually nourished. It's all praise to the Creator, man. All praise to the Most High. I believe that. Know that. All right. We going next. We going to the book of discipline. All right. Excellent read too as well. right. We start in chapter. Well, we're gonna start at the end of chapter 5. Then we gonna get into chapter 6. All right. Understanding is being had, all praises, all glory, all honor to the Most High, the Creator, the ever present, the all in all, the always was, is, and ever shall be. The I am that I am, the mighty Yahuwah, all praises, all praises. Book of Discipline, chapter 5, verse 15 and 16. It is the will and wish of your God that all men become constitutionally capable of receiving and comprehending the highest light. There it is. Creator ain't getting off on you being in darkness, being in ignorance, not knowing what's going on. It is the will and wish of your God, and this is true God, son of the Creator. God is not the Creator. God is a son of the Creator. It is the will and wish of your God that all men become constitutionally capable of receiving and comprehending the highest light, and that they should no longer depend upon any priest, church, oracle, holy book, or upon consulting the spirits, and that their behavior may make the earth a place of peace, with long life to all people, for the glory of Creator. You see, even in a WASP, y'all, it's letting you know that, look, don't get trapped in no book. You're supposed to focus on inside of you. You're supposed to focus on the voice of the Creator that's been speaking through you. That's how you get down. You understand? It's taking the onus off the books, because what has happened with all these spiritual books, we've turned them into the Creator. We turned them into idols. And we start thinking that ain't nothing wrong with none of them. Every newsflash, every holy or spiritual book got something wrong with it. Some type of conflict, some type of contradiction. If that's not the case, there will only be one edition of it. It's many different versions and editions to all these holy books. Right? In this era we in, you no longer have to depend on any priest. You ain't got to wait till one of these brothers to go live to go ahead and get right with the Creator. Church, oracle, holy book, or consulting the spirits. You already got it. Remember, we read earlier, the kingdom of heaven is within you. You got everything you need to become one with Creator, to vibrate on the same frequency, to vibrate higher. You got everything you need. You don't need no mealy-mouth Negro to tell you your sins are forgiven. And man, look, you know how to right your wrongs. You know if you did something wrong to somebody, go make that right. You understand? That's what the Creator want to see. He want to see you right your wrong. Not just you over, sorry. I'm just sorry. And really, you just sorry because you got caught. But true repentance is what? Turning away from what you're doing and changing your ways. You see that? I'm going to read that again. That 15 is cold. It is the will and wish of your God that all men become constitutionally capable of receiving and comprehending the highest light, and that they should no longer depend upon any priest, camp, or church, oracle, holy book, or upon consulting the spirits, and that their behavior may make the earth a place of peace. That's right. Long life to all people, for the glory of Yahuwah. I want to hear all people either. Oh, crazy. What you mean all people? I mean what I read. What I read, you did. All praises, all praise. I see y'all in the building. Bless up, bless up. Y'all know how we work. We just working. We just working, man. We just working. We dig teaching. All right. Shouting out the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers, and all the milly mouth, mumble mouth Negroes that are mad because we deciding to what? Vibrate higher. All right. After so long, if it's a dead vortex on it, you ain't gonna feed you. It's dead. You understand? You keep getting the same dry, redundant teachings. It's dry. You know what I mean? Curse shall you be in the field. Curse shall you be in the city. Curse shall you be. Curse shall be the fruit of your womb. Curse shall be this. You did. Like, nah. Same, the Torah portion, it's the same dry understandings and breakdowns. And then on the surface, it's so dry, even the rabbis back in the day, back in medieval times and before, had to come up with their own understanding of what the Torah was talking about. And that's why a lot of these cats study the Mishnah and study all these different sayings of the rabbis, because they know on surface level, and even dealing with it through the Hebrew, it's like, bro, this stuff here, we got to question a lot of this. You understand? It ain't vibrating as high as you think. All right, we're talking about high vibrational frequencies. All right. All right, all praise. Chapter 6 of the book of discipline of Yahuwah and his kingdom on earth. Oh man, apply yourself. Oh man, apply yourself to understand the spirit of my discourse. For in this you shall find the key to the Father's kingdom. These are the rules of the second resurrection. So we can take that off the table. Yeah, they don't believe in resurrection no more. They believe in reincarnation. Actually, I don't. I believe in perpetual, everlasting resurrection. Constantly raising up and experiencing all the creations of the Creator. You understand? So no, we believe in resurrection over this way. I don't even believe in reincarnation. I know brothers that do though. That's just where they at. You understand? But nah, I don't. What you mean? Now, do we speak about reincarnation in some of the Nazarene literature? Absolutely. Speaks of resurrection too. So, but I mean, again, reincarnation don't resonate with me. So, I read, that's okay, that's what they are with it. I just keep moving. That's it. These are the rules of the second resurrection, to become an interpreter and worker without a written formula. See, as you rise up in the graves, you become more and more advanced, a more and more advanced angel. All right. You just became an interpreter and a worker without having to look at what? A physical formula. You just became a builder without having to look at the blueprint, the archaeologist, the architect's blueprint, should I say. You understand? You can build it without looking at the instructions. You understand? You can interpret without looking at something else or referring to something else. To become an interpreter and worker without a written formula. That whatever gives joy to your fellow and renders peace and goodwill to all should be called light. See, so when you die and cross over, you continue to grow. If you die and cross over in service to the Creator, you're going to continue to grow. You're going to advance more and more. You understand? But your knowledge and your advancement is to reach back and help out those who have not crossed over. Raise them up. All right. That whatever gives joy to your fellow and renders peace and goodwill to all shall be called light. See that? So it ain't nothing wrong, man. Like some of you brothers and sisters just have a lovable spirit when you come around. You dig? And you know what it is, and people start smiling and good old music, get to playing, some good old food, get to floating through the air, Like whatever gives joy to your fellow and renders peace and goodwill to all shall be called light. That's light. Right? It don't matter because you licked your finger and went and found a Bible verse, like it's action. It's dealing with Creator. If you are in service to Him, you're in service to His creation. You understand? So now you understand what light is. You bringing joy to your people or a complete stranger. All right? What you talking about is peaceful. It's all about goodwill. It ain't no ill intention. That's light. That's light. So even if somebody reading the Bible or a holy book or YAH'S or not, but doing this, now you can identify, that brother, he giving out light right now. All right? Look at this. That whatever gives sorrow to your fellow or discouragement to others shall be called darkness. You dig? So, we all grew up joning, but joning don't bring in. Joning, if anything, tears down somebody. Right? Bring sorrow to your fellow or discouragement. You get joned on enough, you ain't got thick skin, boy, you be real discouraged. But that's darkness. So now you can practically apply and see what's light and what's darkness within yourself and with others. See that? Look at this right here. All right, hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Gotta take care of it. All right, fam, my bad. I had to holler at one of my beloved, one of my childhood partners. They had to holler at him. Been through a lot with that, bro. Had to had to save his life one day. That is crazy. We talking about that the other day. Him and the homeboys and they was over there tripping. I had to come through there and straight like get them up out of there. Like, man, come on. But anyway, it was good and holler at him. Reading the book. Look at my brother Yadiel Yon in the building. Shout out to Yadiel Yon and Elisa Edwards. Love y'all indeed and truth, man. Yeah, so that's what I'm at. I'm just like, look, if whatever we doing is so evil, like y'all saying, then you should be able to point out the evil. You see what I'm saying? Let's get back to this book of discipline. That whatever, and then look, even in your marriages, y'all. See, now you can gauge it. You can be like, yeah, that's light I'm talking about. Now that's darkness. I said that with the intention to discourage my spouse. I said that with the intention to hurt them. But just know you're dealing in darkness at that point. All right? Look at this. Look at this. That whatever gives sorrow to your fellow or discouragement to others shall be called darkness. To find fault with another or to aggravate to displeasure shall be called darkness. Look at you. You're always finding fault with somebody else doing. See, over in the high vibrational teachings like the Nazarene literature, the OISP, all that, you actually are told to don't speak on somebody's shortcomings. Only speak about their virtue and wisdom. Speak about what they're doing that's good. You understand? Aggravating somebody, finding fault with another, y'all, that's all darkness. It's all darkness. Look at this. But to make another's burden light, to encourage him to strength and happiness, shall be called light. To be forever complaining about this or that shall be called darkness. To be forever imparting cheerfulness shall be called light. Now, therefore, whoever becomes a member of my kingdom shall practice what? Light. But whoever practices darkness will depart away from my kingdom of his own accord. It's all on you. Right? We light beings. Infinite beings. Light. Look at this. Neither shall you practice darkness upon your fellow for any shortness he has done. You know, somebody done, got over on you. You don't return darkness. You understand? You return light for the darkness, not darkness for darkness. Right? All right. Look at this. Nor shall you reprove him for error, nor blame him, nor make yourself an inquisitor over him, asking about a million questions, nor assume to be a judge over him, nor ask him to apologize, nor otherwise seek to make him humble himself before you, nor shall you boast over him because you are wiser, stronger, or more expert. For all such inquisition comes of darkness. Yeah, you bragging because you better than the next brother or sister. That's all darkness, man. You want to brag because you wiser, stronger, more expert. That's darkness. You understand? Don't be looking to force somebody to humble themselves to you, apologize to you. No, you just live that light. And any darkness that get done towards you, you return light for darkness. You dig? And guess what? The darkness can't take that light. You understand? They gonna have to come into the light. The dark gonna have to come into the light. You just keep shining. All right? But only speak on the good that our people are doing. Stop speaking on our shortcomings. We all know that. You see, this is about encouraging you to be better, to be joyful, to be cheerful, to make your load lighter. All right? To be imparting wisdom and love and cheerfulness, all that. You understand? For all such inquisition comes of darkness and shall return upon him who utters it in time to come. It's a boomerang. Darkness is a boomerang. Instead, you shall discover the good that is in your neighbor and laud him for it. For this is the method of raising him higher. You see that? Now we know now we got what? Strategy or stratagems on how to raise up our people that are in darkness. Right? Guess what you got to do? Encourage them. Speak on the good they are doing. We all know what we're doing that's off. You don't even need to remind nobody of that. You see? See, in order for us to be that light or shine that light, we got to be it, right? And we got to be it by encouraging others to raise up, speaking to them about the good they are doing. Stop the complaining, stop the moaning, stop the woe is me spirit. See that? Ooh, wait. You get some understanding so far? Give me a 9 up in the chat. Chapter 7, Book of Discipline. God shows the difference between the religion of the past and that of the present. To the all one, Yahuwah, now as in ancient times and for all time to come, all honor and glory, worlds beyond number. You crazy as hell. You think the earth is the only world that the Creator created. Worlds beyond number. Worlds beyond number. Many worlds. Look at this. The highest ideal, the nearest perfect the mind can conceive of. Let such be your Yahuwah, even as in ancient time, which is the ever present, upon whom you should set your heart, mind, and soul to love and glorify above all things, forever and ever. Oh, wait, there it is. There it is. The all highest in your neighbor, which he manifests, perceive and discourse upon that. All else in him do not see or mention. Remember, this is the method of raising him higher by speaking on what he's doing that's right and exact. The all highest in your neighbor, which he reveals, perceive, and talk about that. See that and talk about that. All else in him, do not see it or mention it. Because I'm going to hit you with something, y'all. We all got vices. We all battling them unclean spirits daily. There ain't a man that walked this earth that wouldn't. There ain't a woman that ever walked this earth that hasn't. You understand? It's telling you the methodology of raising them higher is to stop speaking about their shortcomings. They'll never be encouraged to do nothing behind that. See, you're ugly and you're short and you ain't no good like your daddy and you follow the challenge and your breath stank and you look, stop all that. Stop all that. Stop all that. Encourage them. Look, and you can do that like with your children, your spouse, your friends, all that. Encourage your children. But look what I just did. Baby, that is fire. Be great today. I love what you're doing. Look, you traced that letter out, girl, like you was the teacher. That's what I'm talking about. Right? Not all. See, here you go again. You always losing your pencil box, baby. No, look, stop all that. Stop all that. You know what I mean? Stop all that. Look at this right here. The all highest subject, that discourse upon. All else pass by. So when there's arguments and people talking, like the barbershop talk, you might go into the barbershop, boy, you know it's going to go down in the barbershop. But it's letting it be known when you dealing with, when you're in a place where there's plenty of discourses going on and all that, only talk about the all highest subject. Right? Don't be in there talking about little boosy lips, the white croak around his lips and did he really have so-and-so killed so-and-so? Look, only talk about the all highest subject. All right. All else pass by. The first lowest thoughts pertain to eating and drinking. And on these, the man of darkness delights to discourse. The second lowest thoughts pertain to sexual matters. And on these, the man of darkness delights to discourse. The third lowest thoughts pertain to man's selfishness. Y'all hear this? To man's selfishness. As to bodily comforts and luxuries, ease and riches, as to what he hopes and desires for himself. And on these, the man of darkness delights to discourse. The fourth lowest thoughts pertain to criticizing others, as to doctrine, religion, philosophy, behavior, and so on, continually pulling all things to pieces. And the man of darkness delights in such discourse. Ooh, wait, look at this. To abandon such discourse and in preference to discourse on the highest subjects, such as teaching, imparting knowledge, suggesting remedies for the unfortunate and unlearned, for improving the homes of others, the agriculture, mechanics, and such like. The man of light delights to apply himself to these, both in word and practice, forever building up. Yeah. The man of light is always building. The man or woman of light is always building. Always suggesting remedies. You dig? So which one are we? You know what I mean? You dig? Watch this. Consider then what your mind shall go in search of, so that it may pursue the highest. So be considerate about what you're musing upon, thinking about, meditating. All right, so that it may pursue the highest. This is serving the all highest instead of darkness. Consider then what your mind shall go in search of, so that it may pursue the highest. This is serving the all highest instead of darkness. Now, all of these things were taught in the religion of the past cycles and were given to man by your God to raise man up toward my heavenly kingdom. Nevertheless, this religion pertained to man's own entity, a religion that was to be answered either in reward or punishment upon himself personally, his own salvation being paramount to all other considerations. Do y'all hear this? Y'all hear this? Nevertheless, this religion pertained to man's own entity, itself. A religion that was to be answered either in reward or punishment. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. False gods nipping at your nose. Look at this. His own salvation being paramount to all other considerations. And even where they founded brotherhoods, such as the Brotherhood of Brahma, the Brotherhood of Buddha, and the Brotherhood of Jesus, they were nevertheless only selfish brotherhoods whose aim was the salvation of each one's own self. Neither was it possible in ancient times to give man any other religion, it being necessary to appeal to his own advantages, to make him heed your God. But now, behold, O man, I come to give a great religion, yet not to set aside the old. I come to those who fulfill the old and to give them the religion of gods themselves, saying to them, go save others and no longer concern yourselves about yourselves. That's what this is about. That's what the higher vibration, the higher teachings are about. Others. It ain't about you. It's about you raising up others, you understand, or assisting others in their resurrection. Not as a dictator, but just as a brother. Go save yourselves and no longer concern yourselves about yourselves. Go and provide a place of second resurrection on earth where the people shall put away all low things and practice the all highest. See, we're supposed to be putting away, we're supposed to be preparing for the second resurrection now. Right now. Right now. All right, look at this. And call out to the Uzians to come and inherit the place with you. Nevertheless, whoever is only concerned about the salvation of his own soul is not yet ready for the religion I give to you. Hear that? Nevertheless, whoever is only concerned about the salvation of his own soul is not yet ready for the religion I give to you. Mine shall not concern themselves about their own salvation, for having faith in Yahuwah, that if they raise others up with their own wisdom and strength, they are already saved. And without her, man, that's cold. Oh, we're worried about your chestnuts roasting. Look at it. Look at that right there, man. Now look at this right back. False gods nipping at your nose. Look at this right here. This is the book of Discipline, chapter 7, verse 20. Mine shall not concern themselves about their own salvation, for having faith in Yahuwah, that if they raise others up with their own wisdom and strength, they are already saved and without fear. Dedicate your life to the resurrection of others. You already got it. You already got it. Already. Just dedicate your life to the resurrection of others by good works. That creator want to see action. You don't care nothing about what you're talking about. Action. Action. Look at this. Compare then my second resurrection in heaven with that which you would found on earth for the glory and honor of your creator. How does your God choose his initiates? Does he have censors saying to all who come, stop, be examined and tried to prove you are worthy of the second resurrection? No, truly, for this would imply inquisition, a court of darkness. So all the scales of my eye and all that. Look at this. Now, behold, O man, after the second resurrection was established in heaven, I called out to all the heavens of the earth, saying, come, all you of the first resurrection in organic heavens. Also, let my guardians go down to mortals and proclaim to all people, the kingdom of God is open to all who choose to come. You got to choose him. All right, you got to choose that. You got to choose creator, right? Now, some who were not strong in faith in Yahuwah said, will we not be overrun with angels of darkness? But your God answered them, saying, this is not our matter. Ours is to serve the Creator by working for all whom he inspires to come to us. Because one desires to come, that is sufficient testimony that the light of Yahuwah is upon him. See? And they coming, y'all. Like we've been out here, they coming. They coming. They and all the brothers and sisters in boxes. Like, dang, that was tight. I never knew that. What you was reading, that they coming. And the fact that they're coming, you understand? Because what we teaching is resonating with their spirit. The fact that they are coming proves that the Creator light is on them. Creator light is on them. Look at this right here. Others said, what about the indolent and the shiftless? Will they not overrun us and thus set aside the good we aim at? And your God answered them, saying, when you practice the all highest, behold, the others will depart away from you. So in other words, you ain't even worried about what nobody else doing. Focus on the highest light and being that for others. And whoever come around is not vibrating on that frequency, gonna leave anyway. Too much light shining over it. Then others questioned, saying, suppose those who come practice darkness, such as slander or tattling, what shall be done? And your God answered them, saying, do not answer them, lest you also practice darkness. See? So when somebody come up gossiping, slandering, just look at them like they ain't even there. Don't even practice it. Don't even say, oh, for real? All right, he that touches pitch shall be defiled therewith. You can't touch boo-boo a little bit in your hand and don't have to wash your hand, in other words. It's impossible. You can't touch boo-boo a little bit and not have to wash your hands. All right. Again, they question saying, suppose they are good but indolent. Suppose they say, let us rest and sleep. Yahuwah will provide for his chosen. What do you say about them? And your God answers, saying, do not censor them, for they are weak or diseased. Let your example heal them. Is it not in the covenant to do good with all of one's wisdom and strength? Because they do little, the matters between them and Yahuwah, the Creator. Lastly, oh man, how can they who live the all highest cast the first stone at their neighbor? For the act itself will be committing darkness. Nevertheless, whoever has strength and yet will not support himself, and you teach even one such person to change his attributes, you should be honored among gods. Say, all right, so if they do have the strength and they still are lazy, our job is to teach them how to use their strength to provide for themselves. And we'll be honored amongst, you understand, true God and true goddesses and sons and daughters of the Creator. You dig? Your glory is to fulfill the all highest yourself. Your glory is to fulfill the all highest yourself. But all who can will do this. Then on that as a foundation, rest your faith that the quickening power and wisdom of Yahuwah will sustain his kingdom through his holy angels. Oh, wait. With freedom, y'all, comes what? With liberty comes what? Responsibility. All right, we're going to get in chapter 8, and we probably pick back up in chapter 9 next time. Get into this. Whoa, hold on. We're going to have to do 9 too. Yeah, we're going to do 9 too. And we'll read all the way down to chapter 10. All right, we in chapter 8 now. Yeah, we got to do that. All right. Y'all getting some understanding in the chat. Give me a Yahoo up in the chat. Bless up while I drink some of this Mountain Valley spring water. We eating today, y'all. We eating today. You dig? All praises, man. All praises. All praises. I salute you, brothers and sisters, in the name of the Creator. Straight up. You dig? And we all on this journey together, y'all. We all on this journey. You dig? But I'll tell you this, I wouldn't go back to no low vibrational frequency, nigga, if they gave me $1 billion around here. They gave me Kanye money. Hell no, I'm cool. I ain't going back that way. I'm straight. You dig? It's so clear now. It's so clear, man. Dude, it's so clear. So clear. So all praises. I see y'all in the building. Bless up. Shout out to my NehemiYAH, NehemiYAH, Ban Yahweh, Ban. Yeah, I was talking to Nehemiah the other day. Nehemiah was like, life is so much easier. Life is so much easier now. Like, dang, I don't gotta explain to somebody the wickedness that God is doing in the Bible at sometimes. I ain't even gotta explain it. Like, look, is that all I gotta ask somebody? Is that the creator? Or than you to kill children? He said, I ain't even gotta explain it no more. Like, try to make it seem as if it's like this because of this. And he knew that they was gonna grow up and be evil, so he had them come in and kill them. Like, he ain't gotta do that no more. Then you know, once you know the character of creator, then you know what's of him and what's not of him, no matter what you read. I see y'all in the building, okay? Yeah, I'm going into chapter 8 now. My shout out to my brother Daryl Cosmon in the building. Bless up, King. Chapter 8, God shows what is meant by following the highest light. Be considerate of your fellow man and weigh his standing place in the sight of your God. So we got to be considerate of one another. All right? For one man says, my highest light is to get money. Get money, dog. Ain't no purpose. We born to put on this earth to die. In the meantime, get money. Ain't no purpose. Shout out to DMX. You know what I mean? The late, great DMX, movie Belly. For one man says, my highest light is to get money. Another to get great learning. Another to enjoy earthly pleasure. Another to contemplate sexual relations. Another to serve Buddha. Another to serve Brahma. Another to serve Christ. Another to be efficient in warfare. And so on. Everyone from his own standpoint. Many are also under the prejudice of old things, or the influence of a neighbor, or a spirit, or their surroundings, or the impulse of their own flesh, and say, I too follow my highest light. Whereas they are in darkness altogether, nor do they know what is meant by the term highest light, often venturing an opinion or a vague surmise instead, and believing they are expressing their highest light. For which reasons you shall explain that only facts well known. Look at this, y'all. For which reasons you shall explain that only facts well known or comparatively proven are light. An opinion is not light. Do y'all hear this? An opinion is not light. So most of the mumble mouth and the milly mouthing about us is all opinion. We read in the Essene literature that belong to them. It don't belong to us. And us tripping off what belongs to somebody else will lose what is within us. Right? We come over to our speed book of discipline, chapter 8, verse 5, and it clearly says that an opinion is not light. That whoever professes light must know the matter by his own knowledge. Have you had your own experience? And what you're teaching people, have you had your own experience? Most of the time it's no. We arguing over life after death, and we arguing over this and that. Look, have you had your own experience though? You see, that whoever professes light must know the matter by his own knowledge, meaning you did the work and found that out. That facts, numbers, figures, or axioms can demonstrate light. And without these, then the supposed light is only darkness. He letting it be known. Whatever you talking about, it has to be proven. But even in the scientific method, what is it? Right? You got to be able to measure that. You know what I mean? And you got to be able to cut that. You got to be able to write it down and record it and measure it. So whatever is factual or truth or light, numbers would have to be behind it. Facts would have to be behind it. All right. And without these, then the supposed light is only darkness. Look at this. Pursue this philosophy, and you shall easily discover who among you has the highest light, and also what kind of judgment shall govern the chief's rulings. Some would desire to consult the angels as to which in a given matter is the highest light. But I say to you, you shall weigh the words of angels as if they were mortals, exacting similar facts and substantiation. Yeah. Even question the spirits when they come to you. We got to prove that. You understand? We got to measure that. We got to weigh that. It got to be something that can be proven. You understand? Look at this. What is not the consulting of the oracles that destroyed India? Was it not the consulting of the oracles that destroyed Vindu, India? Sokata, Phoenicia, that's the land of Canaan, Persia, Gim, and Greece. Such consultation of angels is answered from the first resurrection. And it will ever be so unless man exacts facts and substantial proof from the angels. Look at that. So spiritual communion, dealing with the angels and all that. You did such consultation of angels, dealing with the oracles, like when you look at the movie 300, and Leonidas go holler at the oracles of Delphi before he go to war with the Persians. You did, and the oracles told him, "You Sparta gonna fall. You're gonna lose if you go." But understand this: they are inspired by angels of what? The first resurrection. You understand? Those are low angels. Such consultation of angels is answered from the first resurrection, and it will ever be so unless man exact facts and substantial proof from the angels. So whatever angel or whatever spirit, whatever visitation you get, you need to be, you understand? You need to be saying, prove that. Look, in her, when an angel or false god appeared to Abraham and told him to sacrifice Isaac, Abraham said, prove to me you God, because I was told not to kill. And that angel or that false god who was fronting like they was true God perceived Abraham knew the higher law, and they left Abraham, they departed. And then he said in the next chapter, even the chosen of God can be deceived. Because an evil angel can appear in the name of whatever God you worship. So it's letting you know, challenge the angels too. Right? Prove to me that what that is. Look, even Ezra did that in Second Ezra in the Apocrypha. Look, show me that. Prove that. You understand? Look at this. So not only with men, even with angels. These then are rules of light. That which is self-evident. That which is axiomatic. All right? That which is substantiated by facts. That which has a parallel in known things. Things that lead to peace, order, and the uplifting of your neighbor and yourself. All right? What is an axiom? Right here. Axiomatic is, an axiom is that which is universally accepted as true and has its basis in experience, reason, and demonstration. And many also include scientific findings using scientific methodology, and which have demonstrated certainty or objective measurable reality and can be used as the basis of further investigation. Note that conviction alone is not sufficient, nor is testimony without substantiation. All right. Verse 12. Also, to discipline yourself to be constantly on alert, to be pure, good, truthful, and gentle in your speech, to practice right doing. These are following the highest light. So the highest light is based off facts that you can substantiate. You understand? And also you being on the guard yourself. Constantly to be pure, good, truthful, and gentle in your speech. To practice right doing. Right? That's the highest light. This, though, is darkness, to express fault-finding, criticism, censor, or even an opinion unsupportable by facts. So if you out here just spewing whatever you want, you dig, but it ain't backed up by any facts, y'all, that is darkness. Criticizing, finding fault, censoring everybody. Like, what's going on with this kid? You see? My baby said, how would you question angels? Just the way an angel talk to you. Your angels or spirits talk to you, baby, all the time. You call it your first voice, your first mind. Angels of the creator shall say, always speak through your spirit or your soul. All right. So say you get inspired and say, all right, Juju, say you got inspired to say, change Jeremiah's pamper. Now, once you get inspired or an inspiration to do that, right, you can question that inspiration or that angel or that voice and say, is this of the creator or is this of Satan? That's how you just question, like you just ask the voice that speaks through you, you just ask that voice a question right back. And that's how you do that. All right. Ooh, wait. Chapter 9. Book of Discipline. God shows who is and who is not prepared to enter YHWH's kingdom on earth. Now, this is major right here. All right. This is major. All right. All praise our glory. Yep. An opinion is not light, baby. Last chapter for the day. Let's work. Let's work. Let's work. Let's work. God shows who is and who is not prepared to enter Yahweh's kingdom on earth. Whoever has said, I have searched my heart and mind, and now before Yahuwah, I desire to live a higher life. I desire to put away my selfishness, passions, sentiments of unrighteousness, and unclean thoughts and words. I desire more to serve others than myself. I desire no possessions, nor preference over another, nor to be a leader or a chief. I wish to discipline myself, not to speak of myself. I would learn to speak truth only. I wish to be affiliative, meaning a brotherhood, sisterhood. I desire to do good to others continually. I long for association. I will not criticize any person or censor them or find fault with them. I will conform to the rights and discipline of the fraternity, brotherhood. I will fulfill my covenants with Yahuwah with all my wisdom and strength. I renounce isolated labor. I renounce the unorganized world. I renounce the Uzians. I consecrate myself to Yahuwah. I give up all to him. What I do from this time forward shall be by and through the brotherhood of fraternity in his name. Then that man is prepared to enter the Father's kingdom. Y'all heard this? We got to go back and look at all that. Can you say that and follow through with it? Can you say that and follow through with it? This is consecrating yourself to the Creator, coming one with him. Look at that. Yeah, we got work to do. We got work to do. You understand? But it's about this. We're progressing though. Progressing. But those who say the following are not prepared to enter the kingdom. I want a home for comfort's sake, and where I may lead an easy life. I desire this because I shall have the opportunity to improve myself. I desire this because I cannot care for myself and I wish to be cared for. Where I may shirk responsibilities. Weigh this matter, old man, and be your own judge as to whether you are prepared in heart and soul. Neither flatter yourself that you can come in unprepared and not be discovered. For sooner or later, your innermost thoughts will become known. You see, your thoughts become your reality. And the fraternity, brotherhood, will not be your place. To put away flesh food is easy, but to put away dark thoughts and words, who can do this in a day? Ooh, wee, ooh, wee. Ooh, wee, ooh, wee. All right, I want to read that part just one more time so we understand. All right, whoever has said, I have searched my heart and mind, and now before Yahuwah, I desire to live a higher life. You know what I mean? Look at this. And that's all of us in the chat. We want to live a higher life, right? And this shows if we are prepared as of right now or if we got work to do. And I know we all know still got work to do. All right. I desire to put away my selfishness, passions, sentiments of unrighteousness, and unclean thoughts and words. I desire more to serve others than myself. I desire no possessions, nor preference over another, nor to be a leader or a chief. I wish to discipline myself not to speak of myself. I will learn to speak truth only. I wish to be affiliative. I desire to do good to others continually. I long for association. I will not criticize any person or censor them or find fault with them. I will conform to the rights and discipline of the fraternity. I will fulfill my covenants with Yahuwah with all my wisdom and strength. I renounce isolated labor, working for yourself. I renounce the unorganized world. Because if you're dealing with second resurrection, we're dealing with a brotherhood, a body. Those who have detached completely from the earth and its desires. All right. And we supposed to be getting together now while on earth, living as if we're already a part of the second resurrection. But this right here shows if you're ready or not. All right. I renounce the unorganized world. I renounce the Uzians. I consecrate myself to Jehovah. I give up all to him. What I do from this time forward shall be by and through the brotherhood in his name. Then that man is prepared to enter the Father's kingdom. That's powerful, man. All right, that's powerful. You dig? So all praises, all glory, all honor to the creator. Y'all already know the owner, possessor, and creator. You dig, of all things. Bro say the book of discipline be fire, man. Dig fire, bro. Man, I'm telling you, boy, so many million mile people mad. You like, man, look, I don't know what it is, but all y'all judging something based off something you ain't even had the experience of reading. All right. Yeah, putting away them flesh foods, exactly. Supposed to help with them dark spirits. Exactly. Get off them. Look, that death diet is serious. We don't even realize the worms, the parasites, and the same literature when Messiah, what he did was he used the elements to cast out a devil out of a cat, but the devil was a worm. It was a fluke worm. It was longer than his body. It did. So what he did was use the earth, and some milk from a goat or something, and he let the sun heat up that milk, and the vapor off that milk, dude started inhaling. And when he did that, a worm longer than his body came out his mouth. And then the master teacher said, "There go your devil right there. There go your devil. It's a parasite. It's a worm. It inflames your blood. You understand? It puts your body in the state of hell or acidosis. We even read in OWASP that it heats your blood up." Messiah said, "There go your Satan or your devil. You've been fighting right there. You dig?" But that worm got in dude through what? Eating flesh. Eating the flesh pots. You dig? So all praise, all glory, honor. Good to see y'all in the building. Bless up, bless up. All right. We've been on a little bit over 3 hours. A little bit 3 hours. I got any questions before I get up out of here? Gotta go finish handling some business and all that. But if y'all got any questions, you know what I mean, go ahead and shoot your shot. It's all good. You dig? Once again, shout out to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. We love y'all too. Man, salute to the creator gang, baby. Salute y'all all in the name of the creator. You dig? Supposed to have been 2 debates yesterday. And guess what? It was a renege, and not on our part. All right. You know what I mean? So it's all good. So everybody can run. We ain't running up behind nobody. We got creator over here. We ain't running behind nobody. So until somebody get the testicular fortitude of a squirrel and say, "Look, what's up? Let's get it done," then we just gonna keep teaching. You know what I mean? We just gonna keep teaching. There are cycles, Juju. There are cycles in the heavens. Cycles. You know what I mean? If you want to call cycles seasons of cycles, but yeah, there are cycles in the heavens. Different arc cycles. The time periods and all that. My brother, abundant blessing you and the family. My brother, bless. I see you just got Sky Earth Spirit. Oh, I speed the other day, brother. Hey, you're gonna enjoy your journey, man. Keon Cooper says OWASP's put us on a progressive path. Absolutely. Yeah, straight up. They threw in their hand, they had to. My brother Daryl said, "How many drudges does it take to screw in a light bulb?" Man, you hear me? It's all good, y'all. Y'all stay faithful and stay strong, man. Stay strong. Always. Put this up here too. All right, so I'm about to get up out of here. All praises. They did cut the video I was trying to share earlier with y'all, Greg Braden. You did, and that was just talking about even our prayer is more of a thought, feeling, and emotion. And once that's combined, whatever situation you got going on, it has to be a healing behind it. Yeah, that's what it's about. David Long, blessings, my brother David Long. Bless you. I salute you in the name of the Creator King. Bless up. I mean, brother Cornell Davis, bless up, King. Oh, good. Okay. We working. Chloe Williams. Yeah, a lot of people like Malaki done lost the light and the spirit. Man, look, calm down with all that. James Gray, yeah, you just missed the live. I'm getting about here now, but it records. So once it upload again, go on back and look at it. Can you prove the link to that video? Yeah, it's right here. Let me put that link up. Check out Greg Braden. I got about 5 of his books, and they're pretty deep. And just going to the power. You already have the power line within you. You know what I mean? To do whatever you need to do. Messiah told you that. You already got it. We got to switch our perception and stop being so bound to our carnal desires and all that. You understand? Stop worrying. You really ain't got no problem. What are you complaining? What are you worried about? This about to shut your entire body down based off fear? What? Yeah, man, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Who ain't? Oh man, I'm short on my rent. Who ain't? But you about to like jump off the cliff because of what? Like something that's outside of you? All right? You got the kingdom of heaven within you. You got everything you need to become one with the creator. That's what the kingdom of heaven is. When you become one with the creator, you got that in you. So it don't matter what's going on out here. My bank account, the way my bank account set up is, it don't even matter. No matter what's going on out here, it don't matter what quote unquote problems you think you have, y'all live free. And that means stop worrying. Stop being afraid. You understand? Open up your soul and breathe the air of a free man or woman. Stop being afraid. Okay, what are you saying? Oh man, the COVID-19. And I told people, even when that first came out, look, I refuse to live my life in fear. I didn't fear no disease. You crazy? But that fear killed a lot of people. Killed a lot of people. You understand? Even when you're dealing with Job in the Bible, he said the thing that I feared become my reality. You got to control that. Guard your mind or your heart with all diligence. Out of it proceedeth the issues of life. Heart is your mind. Metaphysically speaking, your heart is your mind. Guard this with all diligence. For out of it proceedeth the issues of life. Your thoughts and your speech, guess what? Directly correlate with your reality. You dig? So man, it's all praises, all glory, all honor, man. Look, it's love and light even to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. It's love and light even over that way. You dig? But I salute all you brothers and sisters. You understood? Understand that stand strong and still standing strong. And you know what we be bringing out resonate with your spirit. Like, dang, that's tight. I ain't never tripped off that. We shedding light. What we bringing out, we ain't bringing out dome and gloom and complaining and the white man this and slavery and man, we ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing none of that. Everything that come out on this channel is about spiritual progression and nourishment, about you becoming one with the creator, period, point blank in the story. That's what it's about. You understand? You dig? Like, okay, I don't like anybody to deal with the culture and all that. That's what's up. But that has 0% to do with spiritual progression, growing, becoming one with the creator. Fringes, circumcision, head wraps, garments, everything they'll speaking Hebrew a certain way, everything that somebody will disassociate you with or for has 0% to do with your spiritual progression and becoming one with the creator. So that's what we focus on. All right. Stop complaining. Stop looking at the evil or stop looking at the shortcomings of your neighbors and your brothers and sisters. Use the methodology we read earlier. Speak on what's good. Encourage them, raise them up, put a smile on their face, bring joy to the situation. Shit, if it ain't that, it's darkness. You dig? So love all y'all indeed and true. Bless up. Praying. Look, I pray nonstop anyway. I'm always, meditating, praying, or in communication with the creator. Always. You dig? So the prayers never stop. But the thing is, you got to be proactive yourself. Pray for yourself. See yourself healed. See yourself not being schizophrenic. See it, feel it, grab it, claim it. Claim it. Like I done seen healing. Look, even when I was back on the animal diet, I done seen healing within myself and others. But now it's just happening so frequently. Now I just bang, 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 because we've cleared out. We've cleared out the dead animals. You understand? Our bodies are not a graveyard for dead animals. And with that, you can hear your creator more. You understand? Your prayers are more powerful, getting answered, become more of reality quicker, faster, at breakneck speed. All right. Even when it comes down to putting hands on somebody and directing and proclaiming a healing, all that turns up even more now because you ain't chewing on animal sandwiches. It's a fact. We read earlier. Chewing on animals does what? It heats up the blood. It poisons the blood. And whatever charges your blood, charges your spirit. All right. So I love all you brothers and sisters in deed and in truth. Yeah, you understand? Continue to pray for me as I continue to pray for y'all. But understand, everything that you need to become one with the Creator is already within you. You ain't got to wait on none of us to go live to, get in communication with the Creator, to receive higher inspiration. You dig? All you got to do is tap in, right? And do what's right. Live to your highest light. Do what's right. And sit in that silence when you get a chance to. And listen to his voice. Tap in. You dig? And move off that inspiration. You dig? So I love all y'all indeed and truth. Bless up. You understand? I'm about to go ahead and go get these short leggers of mine. Because I got a whole squad. I got a football team. Go get them together, and y'all already know what time it is. All right. Hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button. Once again, you did. Even send this to the haters. Send it to them. You did. They looking anyway. You did. Send it to them. Let them know. Like, look, it ain't nothing but love and light. We can always have a conversation about these things. If you email me about a conversation, I will be getting with you. If not this evening, by tomorrow morning. And just been handling business. You know how it is. Get busy. You did. So love and light, family. Wisdom, healing, love, abundance, protection, peace, righteousness, and victory. In the name of Yahuwah, Jehovah, the Creator, I salute you all. Bless up. And may the teachings of Messiah, the Master Teacher, reign supreme in your hearts and your minds. You did. Bless up. Let's work. I'm out of here. You did. Look, my boy Print Blake said, man, boy, you already know. You already know, brother. I'm out of here, y'all. Love and light. Peace out. Shalom.